Maybe. Am I? Or are you
Are
hosting
you
this
are you the new host?
I don't know. I would.
I could
No,
host.
I think it's you. It's got to be you. I wasn't ready for that.
Oh, I'm not either.
Hello and welcome to the dual hosted Level Up Show podcast.
After a long winter's nap.
I am your co-host. I don't know. I'm the guy that's here. I'm Derek. Hello. The other guy
Hello.
that's kind of hosting is that guy right there.
Hello. I'm Ralph. Hello. Hello, everyone.
And our third technical host is the man with the bad internet. The only man with the bad internet at this point is Ryan. Hello, Ryan.
Don't say that yet.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
I guarantee it.
The only man with bad internet.
Oh, it's the worst internet. It's got a bad rep.
It does have a bad rap. It's not awesome. You don't want to do that.
How is everyone? How was their nap?
I didn't have much of a nap so much as I had, another kid, but I think we talked about that the last time.
Yeah, wasn't she born in like August?
September. God knows what we did the last show, though. I've forgotten. I don't really know, man. Let's see. Had a kid. We stopped. I guess we were here after New Year's, weren't we? We've been here in 2018. We did our Game of the Year podcast last time. That was when we dual co-hosted in the basement. That sounds really sexual for some reason.
Was it a Russian basement?
What I don't know. Did you hear us next door? Because if so, then yes, it was a Russian basement.
It must have been a good episode because I had flu-like symptoms the next day, and then the day after that, I was perfectly fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure just when you hang out with me, you get illin, and so then you have to leave. I'm not really sure if that makes me feel good or not, but it seems like every time you're around. But then again, who got sick right after you left? Didn't Jolene get super sick?
I think so.
Yeah. You left, and then everyone got sick. So I don't know. You might have had some kind of ill because
he brought his measles blanket.
I drank that giant monster, and then felt horrible afterwards. I know
that was not a great idea. I mean, it definitely kept us up, but it definitely was not a great call.
How big was the monster? Was it bigger than this monster, or I think this one's 16 ounces?
I think it was one of them with the screw-on cap.
Yeah, you went big.
Oh.
Yeah, we went pretty big with our.
It's probably too much caffeine.
I had terrible heartburn.
You were not having a good time.
I can't do that anymore.
And listen, man, that's to be expected. Like I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I've had to cut back on the caffeine actually.
Would you do it if you were wearing a shirt that said "Just do it"? Or
no, there wasn't any of that happening. Unfortunately, there was a picture of Shia LaBeouf. There was a picture of Shia LaBeouf on there though.
Did you hear he's apparently starring in a movie that's
about himself?
Yeah, but he's not
about that.
He's playing his dad.
Yeah,
it's kind of brilliant. Yeah,
I saw it and I just laughed at myself because it's Shia LaBeouf, so I'm not really sure what else to think. I mean. Let's see. Between now and then, my heart tried to stop millions of times.
Yeah.
That's been about it. I mean, that's really it. I don't know. I tried to die a couple times because my heart sucks, but otherwise, I'm great. It's been a weird 2 months without the show. I missed you guys.
Is that why you're dying?
Listen. If tomorrow I have no heart issues, I can absolutely blame it on you guys. It's fine.
Blame it on my internet. Yeah.
No, your internet seems to be holding up fine. Knock on my dick.
Well, you know what's amazing about this internet? There is
that you have it.
Well, and there's just the cable is just laying out in the yard. They didn't bury it.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not kidding. I don't know. I just want to call them and be like, "You gonna bury this?"
There's probably requirements. Like they probably have to do some check to make sure there's no pipes or anything, and they probably didn't want to deal with it.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, is it like when you run over an animal and you just toss it in somebody's yard instead of burying it? Is it kind of like that situation? Like, what are you doing with this thing?
Pretty much a dead animal. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dead possum in your yard instead of just a giant bag of cables. What's actually in here?
Yeah. Accidentally go over that cable with the lawnmower.
Yeah, or something's gonna come up and like start gnawing on it. There's like a ton of squirrels around here.
Yeah, I mean,
something's gonna happen.
I mean, you are bound to have some sort of bad internet at some point. but I'm really hoping it's not the first night of the podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bound to happen at some point.
First day of the new router also.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting a lot of firsts. Daniel Bryan's back. Everything's going on. Everything's happening.
I watched him eat some hot food with Dan Reichert. Did you see that video?
I did. I did see that. Yeah, that was good.
Like temperature hot?
Yeah.
Spicy.
Very spicy.
Spicy temperature.
Yeah, Dan couldn't handle it.
No, Daniel Bryan whooped his ass. It was they did the Pocky Chip Challenge. Ralph, if you'd seen those.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, never mind then.
Is it an internet thing?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, a little bit.
Okay.
It's kind of weird that one was already opened.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. I didn't try to look too much into it, but yeah, I feel you.
I had a life event happen. I got a new job.
Yes. It's a job where you can grow a full beard because that's back. The beard has returned.
I could have a mohawk if I wanted. They don't give a shit.
Holy shit! So you can look like Sheamus?
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
That's amazing.
I mean, I wear a hat, so it wouldn't matter anyway.
I mean, it's a good thing you're already bald then, right? Sorry, it's a good thing. It's a good thing you have a receding hairline already then, right?
I got like a 6 head. Yeah.
I mean, if I bent down to the camera, it would be a bad idea. So, it's fine.
It depends which way you bent.
Yeah.
Well, I just meant the other way. And did you see a whole lot? And probably didn't see a whole lot. Just my throat.
This is my favorite part of you. Always shove things in it. Oh no.
Ethernet cords, right? Yeah.
A lot of that happening. I mean, what do you
hardwired? Yeah.
To self-destruct?
None of that.
That's a bad album.
I didn't listen to it, but I assumed
it wasn't real good.
It was released after like 88, so I knew I wouldn't be into it.
Yeah, Ryan's the same way. Ryan won't listen to Metallica past, I think, the first album.
The fourth one is where I stopped. Justice for All. Yeah.
I mean, I would listen to it, but I don't know. It doesn't click with me like the 80s stuff.
I don't mind listening to a couple songs off the Black album. But
just lost it for you there.
Well, they stopped being like a thrash metal band after the fourth album.
Yeah, that's very true.
But
it's very true. What else? I mean, Ralph, you're hosting, man. I don't want to do this. This is your job, man. This is your job. You take the reins. Take the Roman reins away from me.
Believe that. What's going on in the world of Ryan? Nothing.
Not much.
Okay. No. Was that Stimpy there before? I just didn't know.
No, I just moved it in here because it didn't really belong out there in the other rooms of my apartment. So
is that a Christmas Stimpy?
Yeah, dressed as Santa.
Okay, that's timely.
I got a Banky.
That's a nice Banky.
I got a Ren in pajamas somewhere around here too. I don't know where that's at. I think I have Stimpy in pajamas too, but
weird fetish you have of Ren and Stimpy in pajamas, but whatever floats your boat.
That's a good show.
I mean, it is a great show.
That's how they sold them as kids for some reason.
I don't understand how the show was on for kids.
Well, it wasn't like the adult one that came out later.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that one wasn't as
toned
good.
Down.
I know every Ren and Stimpy video game is terrible.
Yep.
Yeah.
At least I can remember. I owned several, and I still have a couple, and they are bad.
I think I only played one. Was there one on the Genesis?
Yeah, I feel like that one was the better or best one, but that's not saying much.
Yeah, it's not saying a whole lot. I remember playing that. That's what I can remember.
Stimpy's Invention.
I think that's it. Yeah.
I played one where you're in. I think it was ran inside somebody's mouth, probably Stimpy's mouth or something.
Yeah, it's probably like Vidiots or
Vidiots.
I don't know. Space Cadet Adventures. That's on Game Boy. They're all bad. Well, I guess let's go over the news for the last 3 months.
Yeah, the last 3,000 years of our lives. 10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck. That's probably copywritten so hard I shouldn't have said it, but I did anyway.
I don't know what that is.
That's Robin Williams in Aladdin. No? Nobody.
Oh,
I haven't seen that in like 25 years.
Well, I guess that made me feel real old. Then I'm not really.
I am older than you. I mean, I was in grade school.
Sorry. I guess let's go the opposite way. That makes me feel really young because you don't know it. Then is that maybe the better idea?
Oh, Aladdin's pretty old, but
that's true.
Does not Robin Williams say it in the Kingdom Hearts games?
Yeah, it's definitely not Kingdom. It's definitely not Robin Williams' Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, but does he say that line?
I don't know that he says that line in Kingdom Hearts. I don't think he does. I'm pretty sure he doesn't actually, but I don't remember. Man, news. I don't even know where to begin, to be honest with you. The last piece of news that I put on here was Fable in development at Playgrounds, but that was, I think there's been more announcements about that. So I feel like I don't know if I want to report this old news, but that happened.
I don't think Microsoft ever officially acknowledged
that was happening. So at some point,
Forza Horizon developer or no?
Yes, the people that are behind Forza supposedly developing a new Fable game. So
I guess it means something.
We'll see. I didn't hate Fable 2. I think I played it on a laptop I had, and I liked it. It was just
people liked that one the most. But this one will be a lot different because you won't have Molyneux talking a bunch of nonsense before it comes out.
Supposedly.
Yeah, you'll have a better idea of what you're actually going to get without some dude just lying about what's going to be in the game.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it'll come out because Crackdown 3 is probably never coming out.
Is that news? I haven't heard that.
It just got delayed.
I don't know. They went radio silent on it since
E3? E3 last year? Or did they show a little bit this year? I forget.
I don't.
They showed at E3, and they made it sound like it was going to be out in the fall, and then everybody had a negative reaction to it, and they delayed it. So now I don't think it has an official release date.
Sounds about right. Let's see. Let's keep going back in time on our Wayback News machine. Nintendo announced that cardboard thing.
Labo
comes out on 4/20, a month from today, or I guess technically 30 days from today. 4/20 for all you fans out there to be able to roll it up and turn it into whatever you want. Maybe you can make a cardboard bong. Who knows?
Probably those Joy-Cons that rumble.
Really make sure that water gets going. I don't know how bongs work. I'm not sure.
I don't
know. I'm not that guy. But yeah, that kind of looks cool. Aside from the amount of money that you're putting into cardboard, it looks kind of awesome. Ralph, aren't you getting it?
I've had it pre-ordered since like that day, and I don't know why, but that's like the next thing I'm looking forward to. Sadly,
they just put out another video recently. I didn't look at it, but was it showing just like how it works and shit, or did you watch it?
She picking her nose.
I don't think so. Biting the nail.
I didn't realize she was there. I was like, somebody all of a sudden I heard, is she picking her nose? And I was like, the fuck?
No.
I was like, is that wild in here? What?
It was me.
Oh yeah, I mean, fucking coconut wife about giving me a heart attack. I already told you I had heart issues. Jesus Christ. Good Lord. It's gonna be the death of me, this motherfucker right here. Good God.
I've seen videos of people playing it or playing with it, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the videos. It seems intriguing. I mean, my kids are a little too young, and I've never been like the builder guy. Like, you give me Legos, and I'm just gonna throw them away. So this kind of feels the same of like, I can't fold papers into paper airplanes, let alone cardboard into like cardboard things or anything like that. So
yeah, it seems odd, but like a Switch in general for a kid seems odd. Like, because my brother has kids that are around, like one of them's 2 and one of them's 4, and I would never let them touch my Switch. Like one of them wanted to, because they think it's like an iPad. So one of them wanted to play it. They saw me play Mario Kart with it, not like on the TV. So they wanted to turn, and I was like, no,
yeah,
don't let me touch or hold my $350 Switch.
I'd let them, like, the kids haven't touched it, but I wouldn't mind letting my kids play Mario Kart on like just a Joy-Con, but I have never let them touch my Switch ever.
Yeah, it seems way too fragile. That screen's too big. But I let them play Mario Kart on the TV. Like I'll dock it and then let them use the Pro controller or whatever. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see that combined with cardboard and little kids to see how that's a good idea or a bad idea. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. The cardboard part just seems. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely going to make Nintendo some money. I don't know how much money, but it's definitely. I mean, the cost cannot be there, right?
I wouldn't think
whatever
so.
the software is that comes with it's probably the most expensive, and then the cardboard's probably dirt cheap.
Yeah, I mean, I just mostly was in for the piano. I want to build a piano.
I like the fishing pole, and the robot thing looks cool. That's
the piano thing looked the coolest to me too. But.
The robot's like a separate thing though. I don't know. I don't know if I can justify buying both of them because the robot one's more expensive. I feel like if you were, like 10 or 12 or so, that might be amazing. But I don't know. I don't know if I can robot.
I think you could robot. I mean, just.
I can't even do that.
Arigato.
Not hard. Still going. Still going. Just hit it again. This robot. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, Labo looks cool. I will have a hands-on, I guess, talk as soon as you get it. We'll get a little more insight to it. So.
Yeah.
Next up that I have, again, back from February, THQ Nordic, which was Nordic Games before, bought the company that owned Saints Row, Metro, the Dead Island franchise, which is funny because those were all THQ properties before, correct?
I don't think Dead Island.
Yeah, I don't think Dead Island was.
The rest of them were.
But the other two were. So Deep Silver is now part of this THQ Nordic thing. So it's just kind of funny how 2012 everything goes down. Nordic buys it, rebrands as THQ Nordic, and now basically owns almost all of, if not all of, the former IPs that THQ had, which is kind of funny.
It's a matter of time before they're just called THQ again.
Oh yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't. I don't see it being anything more than not much longer, I guess.
Yeah, I'm really surprised they're. Whoever owns that just must be hella rich because I don't know if their stuff's selling that well. But
right,
I mean, I guess if they're just releasing, it released a lot of remasters of old THQ shit.
I'm intrigued about
a couple things, right? So THQ Nordic has only really done Darksiders, right?
Well, they've not even done that except for the remasters. Like the only thing that I can think of new wise would be, I guess they did Did they do Darksiders? No, they didn't do Darksiders 2 either.
They re-released both of those.
Yeah, but Darksiders 3, I think, is their first original thing to come out, right?
Unless you, why can't I not think of that? Damn it! I was just been playing this game. I can't even think what it's called. This is
because all that Saints Row stuff went to Deep Silver, and then now because they bought Deep Silver, they have Saints Row, right?
Yeah,
right.
Battle Chasers. I mean, that was kickstarted though. So I guess they probably they published it, so they must own that. I don't know.
I don't know.
So I don't know if you call that like their original thing. Probably not.
Yeah,
they have a giant list of games published and developed, but
they apparently were the ones that they re-release the Sin Mora EX.
Yeah,
apparently they published Rad Rogers.
So I mean, so apparently, they must be making enough money to do stuff like this, and I mean they're going on the right track. Obviously, picking up games that people want to play. I mean, I'm in to check out what Darksiders 3 is, and the fact that Saints Row is just that's probably gonna get you quite a bit of money and stuff like that. So
do they have Red Faction now?
Red Faction also, yep. Which I forgot that I bought that on a Humble Bundle, and I have yet to play it for my PS3.
Gorilla.
Might be. I'd have to look.
Armageddon.
I think it's Gorilla.
Okay. Yeah, I always liked the Red Faction games. I assumed Gorilla was going to get remastered at some point, but who knows? Whatever.
Next up that I have, again, not a whole lot because this is all old shit. Did you guys see the demake of PT that somebody made on Windows?
No.
So they did a PT98. It's a browser thing on itch.io that you can check out. But basically, it's just somebody took PT and made the graphics all fucking creepy and weird poly 3D graphics, and it looks pretty fucking gnarly. I will send you guys the link of it, but it's pretty fucking cool looking.
Nice.
I'll have to check that out. That just caught my eye, and I was like, this is going to be kind of cool. And the last piece of news that I have until Ralph maybe have a little more is if you guys owned a PS3, have you guys heard about that other OS litigation that they've been doing for a while?
Yeah. I can't do it because I didn't buy my PS3 directly. My dad bought it.
I'm gonna try. I don't know what I need to do, but I'm gonna send mine because I've got a fat PS3 and I've got the serial number, so we'll see.
Did you get an email about it?
Yeah, I got no, I saw it I think I saw it through Uprocks because they posted a link about it.
I got an email about it, and I just love how it said like, if you were if you tried using Linux or whatever as other operating system. Or if you even were aware of it. Like, like these are vastly different.
Like, sure, I knew about it, but I didn't do it. But sure, you want to give me $65? You want to give me $65? All right.
Yeah, I don't have my original PS3.
So I still do. So
I want to
try.
Do it, but I just don't feel right because it says like on there specifically that you're not supposed to. Like, if you are the one that bought it, you're good. But if you are not the one that bought it, then you shouldn't be redeeming it.
I mean, you could redeem it under your dad's name since he bought it for you if you were that worried about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it says for household use or personal use. I mean,
he was definitely not aware of the Linux OS on there, though.
Yeah, but he was buying it for you and the family use. So, I mean, by proxy, that's you. I mean, I would say that's you. So, I would take that bullet. I'd take that. I think you're fine.
Yeah. I did do the EA Sports one though. I got like $100 from EA for that.
Nice.
I haven't gotten anything from EA since they sent me that UFC demo case or demo CD for like UFC 1.
You guys could have easily got the EA one because it was like if you bought games on a certain period of time, and I definitely was buying tons of EA Sports games during that time period.
Yeah, I don't know if
it was just certain number. I think there was like a max amount, and I think I was able to get the max amount because I bought so many EA games during that time period.
Was that because of the college games?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever bought any of those. I think I was given one time.
Yeah, that's I don't know. It's weird. That's all I got. Ralph, what do you got for news?
Well, I watched the brand new Nindies. I mean, I guess we could talk about that Nintendo Direct. If anyone gave it.
Oh yeah, the Nintendo Direct happened. There was there's a lot of stuff that came out of that.
There's a quote unquote new Smash Brothers. I still don't know if it's new.
You don't believe it?
Not entirely.
How do you not believe it?
Because the last one was in development for years, and like I don't know. It came out in like 2014, which I guess is possible. They could have made a new one by now. I don't.
Yeah, I don't believe it's new. Like, I mean, those games all look fairly similar anyway, with just different graphics. And I'm sure they play different, but they look pretty similar.
If it has like the Smash Brothers Brawl on Wii had this mode called Subspace Emissary, which was like a single player, like you're going through levels and beating up shit. Like it wasn't just fights. Like you're actually like going through levels and fighting a boss at the end of a level. And the Wii U one did not have that. So if this one has that, something like that in there again, then like I'll think it's at least partly new.
I just think I don't see how they're going. I don't know. I'm optimistic about it being a new Smash. Now, I mean, they showed it alongside like the Splatoon people running around. So that's part of it. Obviously, you can incorporate new characters without it being a completely new game. But then the whole fact that the original creator of Smash Bros. Is working on it, like to me, that means it's a new game.
Well, he wasn't like,
hey, I'm doing this.
It just sounded like he may have been over or like watching over it. I don't know because he
Overwatch. You got to pay Blizzard.
He was battle-borning it.
That's better.
I don't know. I mean, I'll probably get it regardless because that's
it was PlayStation Battle Royale All Stars.
Yeah, without Crash Bandicoot.
And everybody probably still end up liking the GameCube one more.
Yeah,
that one just won't die.
Apparently, Microsoft is all in on Banjo being in the new Smash Brothers.
Microsoft's in on anything that's going to get them more eyes.
Pretty much.
They don't care. Hey, let's everyone play. You should be able to play this or be able to do that. Like, I want to be able to get into Fortnite games with PlayStation people, and PlayStation still is just like, yeah, I'm good.
It would be nice if they just let everybody play together though for games like that.
I see that being like a big E3 thing. If they're going to do it, they're going to blow it up there and like make it a big fucking announcement. But whatever. Let's see this big Nintendo Direct that happened. What last?
I don't even know. At least a week ago, probably a couple of weeks ago.
This might all be stuff that you're going to talk about. Oh, this is the Nindy stuff. I think I just accidentally pulled up. Banner Saga 3 was that today?
Yeah.
I don't give a necessarily.
I mean, I'm sure it's good. It's not for me.
Let me.
They're already on the third one of those.
What's that?
They're already on the third for that. Like
apparently.
Yeah, I don't know
when the first one came out. Those are supposed to be pretty good games, but they're supposedly pretty difficult too.
Yeah.
When was that Direct? Was that just a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, I can't even remember like what was new on there.
I'm trying to find it, and it's like, let's see. Here we go.
Oh, like Captain Toad.
Here we go.
Captain Toad's coming to Switch.
All right, here we go. So Super Smash Brothers coming this year. It's got inklings, yeah, probably. They talked about Mario Aces, which I'm in for because I'm all about. I haven't get it. Yeah, I'm in for that.
Yeah, I'm in.
I don't even know what that is.
The Mario Tennis game, whatever.
Oh,
it's got like a single player.
I don't do Mario sports games.
I don't know. I like Mario sports games when they're like just in Mario Party games. I've always liked. Was Strikers the soccer one, and was that on the GameCube?
It was on GameCube and Wii. There were different ones.
I think I played the GameCube one. I liked Strikers, and then they had a tennis one on the 64.
Tennis has been on everything since 64.
Yeah, so I like the tennis one on 64 also, but I think those are the only two ones that oh no, I like Mario Baseball too. I lied. Mario Baseball is fun too. I don't know, man. I'm a sucker for anything Mario. I'm nowhere close to as big of a fanboy as you. I can't even try to act like I am.
What about Dr. Mario?
No, I'm puzzles, man. Come on, you know this. You put me up against any kind of puzzle, I'm gonna fucking fall and die.
I love puzzles, but I'm not a huge Dr. Mario fan.
Puzzle Fighter, maybe. I don't know. Not even.
Yeah.
What if it was Dr. Wario?
Still,
maybe.
Not problem. Yeah, I don't know. Dr. Wario.
Would you trust the Dr. Wario? Would you go to see Dr. Wario?
I don't know, man. If he why does his mustache look like it's sharp? Like, how do you cut your mustache into a shape that looks like it would
look like a W?
It's like who does that? Who does your work? Take me to that.
It's a lot of hairspray and gel on his mustache.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to really inflammatory, is what it is. After that, you got Splatoon 2. There's the new single-player campaign that's going to be kind of awesome coming out this summer for people that like Splatoon, including the Coconut Wife.
She ended the campaign?
She hasn't played any of the campaign, but that's not surprising. I mean, it took her a while to play the last one, but she beat the last game, so I don't know. She might check it out. She's been on we'll get to that, but she's been on the Fortnite kick, man, like something else. So much, yeah, we'll get to that. South Park: The Fractured But Whole coming to the Nintendo Switch on April 24th, which I thought was kind of fascinating because it's a very not appropriate game, and it just kind of bucks the trend of, again, not being, Nintendo not just being for kids or that kind of, you know what I'm saying?
See, I still don't understand where that comes from. Like, I get it. Nintendo themselves don't usually make mature games, but they've been putting out mature games on their consoles since what, like, back in the Super Nintendo days? Like, I know they toned down Mortal Kombat, but it was still there.
I don't know if they had towards the end of Super Nintendo they would have a rating system. Yeah. I guess Mortal Kombat 3 probably was rated mature.
But because if I go back, like if I look at the Nintendo games I own, they're usually not Nintendo games like Mario on like the GameCube and all that stuff, and most of them are mature rated.
Yeah, I just think they don't. Seems like there's not as many mature rated games on their consoles, at least historically.
The GameCube era, definitely, because that's like the GameCube era was the era where if somebody was doing something multi-platform, it was GameCube, Xbox, PS2, almost always. So
yeah, I mean,
like the Wii is where it kind of dropped off.
I just don't know if it's because like NES games didn't have ratings, so maybe people think like, there were no mature rated games because there were no anything rated games.
Yeah, were people able to bootleg stuff pretty easily on for Nintendo, like those weird Bible games, like that original NES console?
Yeah. Yeah. And like Tengen or Tengen.
Yeah,
whatever
it was like unofficial cartridges.
Yeah, I mean, I remember getting them in stores. Like, it's fucking weird to think about.
I didn't even realize this, but like I was listening to some people talk about some of those old NES games and when they would come out and like some of the major releases, Nintendo, I guess, controlled how many cartridges those major companies like Konami or whatever could produce.
Yeah, because
So if there was like some issue that they had with Nintendo could be a dick to them and sit and make like limit how many games they could actually push out there on the market.
Yeah, and like Nintendo got a big cut of it too. Like, and that's like why Sega was. They were saying like, we won't take shit from you if you put stuff out on the Genesis. And I don't know. I read that Console Wars book and it talked about
who wrote that?
I don't remember his name. It's just some historian dude, but it had a lot of talking with the Sega dude. I don't know what the hell's name was.
90s. From Sega of America or something.
Yeah, Tom Kalinske or something. Yeah, he was in charge of Sega of America, basically.
Sega didn't have their own baseball team, though.
Yeah, I think they talked about that in there too.
Were they the Sega Supersonics? Is that what they were called?
No,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like Sega would probably end up buying like the Cleveland Browns or something.
Hey, listen, man, this might be the year to buy the Cleveland Browns. I'm just saying. If anybody's going to buy it, it's going to be this year, but we'll see.
If they get 3 wins, maybe. Yeah.
Get 1 win, I'd fucking expect somebody to put some money in there. Jesus. 1 fucking win, first win in 3 years. Come on. After that, you got Okami coming to Switch this summer, which is just fine. We talked about how that's probably the right way to play considering the touch controls. But you said you didn't have too many issues with it, right? You liked it?
I thought I remember hearing Jeff Gertzman say that he thought the touch controls were garbage back in the day.
I don't know. I played it on Wii like long ago, and that seemed fine, but that's not touch controls. So
I would mind checking it out.
I think he actually meant motion controls. I thought Dan Reichert said the same thing too, but
I don't know. They go into groupthink too often for me anymore.
So I think Dan Reichert actually reviewed the Wii version of Okami for like, it's probably Game Informer or something.
Probably, yeah. With the IGN watermark, yeah.
After that, you got Little Nightmares coming to the Switch on May 18th. For those of you guys that didn't check that out yet. Travis Strikes Again. Is it called just Travis Strikes Again, or is it literally this is what Travis Strikes Again?
It's Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. Yes.
And I've never played a No More Heroes game. Is that something you guys are excited for into?
Yeah, it looks quite a bit different though than the other two. So I'm kind of curious to see what it actually is. But
I know you can get a Hyper Light Drifter costume that was just announced in that game.
That's kind of good.
I still don't know when the game comes out. And Hyper Light Drifter's coming to Switch. I guess there's like I remember in some trailer there was like a Hotline Miami reference also. And
oh really?
Strikes Again. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a bunch of indie game references in it for some reason. Who knows?
I'd be into that.
Suda 51.
All Suda.
It was weird shit.
Weird motherfucker. Let's see. Let's keep running through this stuff. You have Dark Souls amiibos for you guys that give a shit about amiibo.
Apparently that sold out instantly.
Well, what a fucking surprise there.
It's a GameStop exclusive.
Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy coming for the Switch, which is kind of, I mean, that's a big deal, right? Like, it's not just me.
I don't know. I mean,
it's coming on everything. It's coming out on everything, so
not a big deal.
I mean, it's cool, but I'm surprised it's not $10 more than the PS4 and Xbox versions.
Right.
That's what seems to happen anymore.
It'll be interesting to see how it performs too. I think even on PS Pro, the best performance it got was like 1440p at 30 frames per second. So,
I mean,
it'll be interesting.
I know my normal PS4, it looks real nice, and I know it will not look that nice on Switch. So,
yeah. I
mean, it might be close to normal PS4.
Yeah. I'm hoping that the Xbox One X version will be 4K, but I don't know. I doubt they put that much work into it. So.
Yeah.
Probably not. Probably not. Let's see the last little pieces here. You have Octopath Traveler, I guess is this a Project Octopath Traveler? Or is it just Octopath Traveler?
I think it's just Octopath Traveler now.
Yeah, it's not a project anymore.
It's actually happening.
Yeah, July, I think.
And you have Kirby's Star Allies, which came out and is not getting great reviews, but it's going to have free updates adding fan favorite characters. Undertale is coming to Switch eventually, which I would care about if I liked that game, but I didn't care for it, so give it a shit.
I liked it, but I don't want to play it again. And I'm gonna own it, so whatever.
Sushi Striker.
I don't get that game, and I've seen a few trailers for it. It's like puzzle-ish.
Yeah,
I'd have to try a demo, I think, because I got nothing on that one.
Looks weird. And then a couple 3DS pieces, which are, a few pretty big ones, really. You got Luigi's Mansion is coming to the 3DS, the original, which
they should have called it Luigi Mansion.
Oh, sure.
That's the Japanese name.
Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah,
that's where we're headed to. So that's coming to the 3DS. Is it going to be remade, remastered, or anything like that? Just upgrade? What are we talking about?
I don't know. I have a hard time believing it's going to look better than the GameCube version.
I've seen comparison videos. It looks a little worse. It's cool as coming out. I just wish it was coming to Switch.
Right.
Good.
I'm with you.
Just the resolution's so low on the 3DS that I can't imagine it looking better.
I don't even know if they'll put 3D on it either, because there's Mario?
There's no 3D on Radia and Historia.
Yeah, there's none on Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. The whatever the hell it is, I guess it's a remaster.
The remaster. They also announced that Bowser's Inside Story, right?
Yeah, but I still have that on 3D or on DS, and I've never played it.
Yeah, I've got it on. I don't know if I have it on DS. I thought I did. Maybe I borrowed your copy and thought I would play it, and I didn't.
I think you have it too.
I think I've got it somewhere.
Because I got it cheap on eBay not long ago. So
WarioWare Gold coming to 3DS. Ralph, that's exciting, right?
I'm into that, but I have no idea
what it is.
They don't even have box art for it yet. I don't know what it is, but I'll probably buy it.
Then the last piece is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. It's coming to Switch and 3DS, though, right?
Yeah.
Wow. That was hilarious.
Yeah, she's not in this room. I don't know. I never finished Captain Toad on Wii U, and because it's all right.
I like the idea of Captain Toad from Mario. I like the idea there, and obviously it stems from the other one that I didn't finish. But I like the amount of Captain Toad I got from Mario
3D
on the
World?
Switch. On the Switch.
Oh, is there Captain Toad stuff in Odyssey? I don't even remember.
Yeah, you find him and he gave you. Once you found Captain Toad, he always gave you a moon.
Oh, but there's no stages, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But
he's just sitting there mooning.
That is the right amount of that is the right amount of Captain Toad.
I liked it in 3D World because it's just a little. It kind of changed up the gameplay a little bit. It's like a whole game of it. I don't know.
It's a lot. It's a lot to ask of somebody to want to play those.
And I'll probably just play the Wii U version again. It's kind of cool they're putting in Super Mario Odyssey stages.
Yeah.
But
whatever.
I don't know about $40 cool.
Yeah. I don't know about $40 cool either. And then the Nindies thing happened today. What you got a quick rundown of those or anything that you actually want to talk about there?
Well, I'll just say what looked cool. Pool Panic looks kind of awesome. It's like an Adult Swim Games published thing where you're like a pool ball and you defeat enemies by you control a pool cue and you knock yourself into other enemies to knock them into holes to kill them.
All right, I'm into that.
I don't know. It looked all right. And something called The Messenger, which looked just like a Ninja Gaiden game from NES.
Man. So that could be the letter, too.
Could have been. I wish. When's that getting remastered? When's that getting finished?
God, never.
That's the best 49 cents I've ever spent.
I know it is.
That's almost the cost of a stamp, right? Like a book of stamps.
That stamp's up to 50 cents now.
Yeah. I should know that.
I would hope that you did.
I don't even remember what else.
I got a list here. So if you want to talk about it, say yes. Mark of the Ninja Remastered.
No, don't care.
Fantasy Strike.
There's some fighting game where it said anything could be a weapon, and it just looks like a fighting game.
Just Shapes and Beasts.
They were saying it was like a bullet hell music game.
Bullet hell game, which sounds kind of awesome.
Chip
tunes. Chip tune. I love me a good chip tune.
It might be cool. It looked confusing just from a trailer.
Timed console exclusive.
Yeah.
Whatever. Garage.
Garage looks just like Hotline Miami, and like I'd rather be playing Hotline Miami.
Are you getting like stoned in the garage? Is that what's going on? Or is it is somebody I don't know, I guess, is it just one garage or what? Like what?
I don't even know. Like the trailer wasn't very long and there were zombies in it, I think. But it was trying to be like this game like infuses VHS technology into it. Like this looks like Hotline Miami. Like what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in if it's Hotline Miami. Like I enjoy Hotline Miami, so if it's anywhere close to being that good, I'm probably in.
I hope it's good. I just didn't leave a great impression.
Yeah, no, I get that. Let's see what else you got. You talked about Pool Panic, Bomb Chicken. Is that somebody like making some bomb chicken? That
looked kind of awesome. It was like a 2D platformer where you were a chicken and you drop bombs. Great idea. And you could like climb up the bombs. You just kept stacking them, and that's like how you got the high areas. But you had to do it quick because they explode.
Just the way that sounds.
When the chicken blows up, does it turn into like a cooked? Like,
is there eggs? All the eggs?
It did say something about the BFC Corporation. Well, C probably means corporation. I don't know, but they're trying to make it seem like a KFC chicken, but BFC must be bomb fried chicken.
Bomb fucking chicken.
I guess that's how they cook the chicken, with a bomb. That's a
bomb fucking chicken.
Dangerous and good idea.
Sure, I'm down. Whatever. Let's see. Keep going through it. Luminous. Is that what
Luminous was like a Vita or PSP game.
I remember hearing about the Player One podcast talk about it a lot.
It's a puzzle game. I've never really been into it, but whatever. Remastered, I guess.
It's all right. Reigns Her Majesty?
Yeah, I saw the trailer for it. I didn't get it. I don't know what it is.
All right.
It's like a card game or something.
Oh, no. Fuck. We talked about this game. Hold on. Is this Reigns where it's like you have to – it's – oh, man.
It's Roman Reigns.
If it's Roman Reigns, I'm going to be pissed. Yeah, Reigns Her Majesty. I'm pretty sure this is the game that I had on my phone for a while where you like swipe left or swipe right.
Okay.
And you have to like end up getting a good ending or bad ending. Or you can, like,
no, I think you were on Tinder.
You got a happy ending.
Yeah, it's the same game. All right, this game is pretty cool. Like I would tell you, yes, this game is awesome. But if you have to, I didn't have to buy it though. I think I got it for free, so I don't know how much that's going to be. But I mean, it's all right. It's not necessarily a game you play for a long time. Like I think I had it on my phone for about a week, and then I got rid of it. But that's cool. I like that game. Lightfall.
It looked like Celeste or Super Meat Boy or something, except you could just make blocks appear underneath you. I don't know. I feel like I was missing something there. Like, wouldn't that make the game really easy?
I would think so. West of Loathing.
That game looked cool. It was like a bunch of stick figures, and it was like some kind of turn-based RPG. It was like, I think it was mostly black and white also. It was supposed to be pretty funny, supposedly. I don't know.
Pode.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't remember what it was.
All right. The Messenger.
Yeah, that was that Ninja Gaiden looking one. Like you could switch from, he'd like
8-bit, 16-bit.
Yeah, look 8-bit, and then you'd like time travel, and it'd look 16-bit. So that's kind of cool.
Bad North.
I don't. It was like some kind of roguelike strategy RPG. I don't know. I mean, the graphics looked interesting. But
it's an RTS though.
I don't know. I mean, I'd be right. I don't remember too well.
That doesn't sound good.
I mean, it might be fine.
And then Banner Saga 3.
Yeah, and then I heard Hollow Knight is getting. They're gonna reveal the release date for Hollow Knight on Switch this week. supposedly. And then Bloodstain's supposed to be getting a release date soon this month. Well, this month they're going to reveal the release date.
We're going to finally talk about it, basically, is what you're saying?
Yeah, so it'll probably be like 2 more years.
Whatever. I'll wait for it. It'll be fine.
I mean, I got it coming in the mail, supposedly, because I kickstarted it.
I was going to say, you can't get out of that now. I think you're kind of fucked.
You know what pisses me off? Like, I just did that to get the Wii U version.
And then now you're not even getting the Wii U version.
Because they canceled it. And then I saw on Amazon they had the PS4 version for pre-order. So, like, what was even the point? Like, was the cover art going to be different? Like,
yeah, it must be.
Who cares? Damn it.
That's all it's going to be.
Thank you, Kickstarter.
You're going to get a whip at the mail.
That would be fucking great. Wait, isn't that what's out in your front lawn? Is this a whip?
Maybe. I didn't deliver it, though.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't deliver mail here.
That's all I've got for news. I don't. What else do we do on this show? I forget. Teach me.
Well, did God of War have a release date last time we talked?
I guess
April or is it May?
It's April. Isn't it April 20th?
It was a Labo Day.
Labo Day. April 24th, maybe. Or no, I guess it'd be a Friday because it comes out on Friday. Pretty sure it's 420. Pretty sure I'm about to get fucking ripped and play some God of War.
Except that Pro?
I am getting that. Hold on. So let's jump into that real quick. So to jump into the fact that we have been playing a lot of Fortnite in this household, so much so that the coconut wife, has been playing a shit ton of Fortnite also. I will say, when it first came out, it was first launched on the PlayStation 4 and it was free. Played with a couple buddies. We got our squad wins and we were done. Stopped playing it. And then it just blew up. I mean, right after even when you brought up PUBG, like it was slowly making its way up there, but I don't think it was what it is right now. It's fucking huge right now. And so I've been playing that, and the coconut wife has been playing it. We have not gotten any solo wins, but I will be the first to admit on this podcast that the coconut wife was able to get a second place solo finish before I was.
Nice.
So she is all in on some Fortnite. But we're talking. I've been talking about getting a Pro for a while. I got the 4K TV. Ryan brought his up the last time you guys brought up, and I'm into wanting a Pro. I would trade in my PS4 if I needed to. But I got confirmation from the coconut wife the other day that we will be a 2 PS4 household come April 20th. I will be buying the God of War PS4 Pro which comes with the game, which I thought was pretty cool.
Actual physical
copy. Yeah,
nice.
That's why I was into it, because I'm like, it comes with the digital extras, but it's a physical copy of God of War. I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool. Yeah. So I will put the PS4 that we have now downstairs after I do probably a data transfer or something like that, and then we'll be a 2 PS4 household. Not primarily because of Fortnite, but it definitely doesn't not have anything to do with Fortnite.
Digital Foundry already took a little look at God of War, and they think it looks nicer than Horizon.
I would not be surprised to really be honest. I mean, you have to have a set piece for this year, and Sony hasn't really said a whole lot about anything else coming out besides Red Dead. This looks like it. Like this and Red Dead are kind of the 2 big hitters, I guess, without looking at a list that I can say that Sony has coming, and this is the exclusive. Like this is your Horizon for this year.
Days Gone got delayed.
Red Dead's not Sony.
That's what I mean. Like this is your. I mean, God of War is your Horizon because it's exclusive. Where Red Dead is. I mean, Red Dead's everywhere, so it doesn't matter. Well, not everywhere.
Yeah, and it's going to look better on the Xbox One, so Sony's not going to have that.
So that's why they really have to pimp out that God of War is going to look fucking, and I'm sure it does. I'm really sure it does. Yeah, and Days Gone. I mean, not that I give a fuck. I mean, I don't know that any of us really give a fuck about Days Gone. I sure as fuck didn't give a fuck about Days Gone.
I think it looks fine.
No, we're not doing that right now. But I don't care. If it got delayed, great. Maybe that means they'll put a little more work into it, and I'll actually want to play it.
So I think it got delayed because they have too much shit coming out this year.
I'm okay with that too. So Sony's bringing the heat, man. I'm just telling you.
They have way too much stuff for this year.
1 month from today, make your fishing poles and go hunt some fucking weird beasts in Nordic area.
You sure you're not talking about Monster Hunter?
Oh, yeah. I don't want to. I will talk about Monster Hunter, but I don't want to talk about Monster Hunter.
That game is blowing up. That game is selling so well.
Yeah, that game has sold a shit ton of copies. And I'll probably end up
Capcom's best selling game ever.
Yeah, that doesn't. I mean, I'll I'll probably end up buying that game at some points.
It's 45 right now, I think, at GameStop.
Yeah.
45 plus
I want it to get lower before I buy it. I want it to be around like 30.
Well, I mean, if it was a Best Buy for 45 plus the discount, then I'd probably pull the trigger.
Yeah.
But, God of War is really close, and I'm really excited about it. But yeah, we'll be a 2 PS4 household very, very soon.
They got Ni no Kuni this Friday. So, that's also on PC.
One of us is very excited.
Like, the game's not a bad game. I can't imagine it being a bad game.
I'm sure it's not. I've always wanted to play the original Ni no Kuni. I love that art style. I think it looks really cool.
What do you think about this?
I was going to say, that looks like a cat.
Why is this cat on the table? I don't know.
You're just hauling pussy.
That's
just straight hauling pussy.
Hauling oats.
Well,
does that one like to lick bags or no?
This one likes to
depends on what kind of peanut butter you're using.
Oh man, this one will like get behind you and bite your head. It's weird.
What kind of head does it like?
Man.
Like the back of my head.
Oh, not the other kind. That's fine, I guess.
So we're about what you've been playing. Is that what we're doing?
I think that's where we're. I guess that's where we're at. Is that how this works? Is that where we're going now?
What else you want to talk about? Are you still talking about Fortnite?
Oh man, sure. Me first. Yeah, Fortnite has been, like I said, it's been a lot at this house, and I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. They introduced they do these modes every now and again where it's, this, that, or the other thing. You kind of do a little bit of both. Like whether it's special mode of, it was 4 teams of 20 or 5 teams of 20 last week, I think, where you were just on a 4-person team, but there was so many of those and whatever. This week it's Blitz is the mode, not trademark Blitz, but it is Blitz.
I'd be in if it was.
I would be super in if it was also.
Do you get Blitz before you play? Or
you can get Blitz if you want to. Blitz out of your fucking mind, boy. The point of this one is when you start the map, normally in a thing of Fortnite, there is no circle yet. You land, you get your loot, you hang out, you find a spot to chill, and you wait for the circle, and you figure out where you got to go and move and strategize. When you start in Blitz, and it's only in singles and squads, no duos yet. When you start in Blitz, there's already a circle, so you already have a place that you have to go. And the second you land, you then have, I want to say it's 90 seconds or 2 minutes to get yourself some loot and start moving. Because if you land outside the circle, you have 2 minutes to move into the circle because the storm's going to start coming at you. So it just moves at a faster pace. And they also added more loot and more what am I trying to say? Like wood and more chicken dinners, more wood and more brick when you break up things, more supplies. So it added a little bit more of a sense of urgency in that game, which I like the plotting and kind of moving around kind of methodically. But this Blitz is really fun too, just because it gives it a different feel of you have to move and it's got to be quick. So I've got a couple of top 5s. I still have to win a game, but it's definitely felt different than a normal game of Fortnite. But man, I'll tell you what, that game, I haven't spent any money on it, and I don't plan on spending any money in Fortnite, but it is a lot of fun.
Okay.
I've had a lot of fun with it.
Anything take 2 weeks?
What's that?
Any part of that game take 2 weeks?
I don't know if this is going. No.
Okay, well, the game's called Fortnite.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Even if it's not like 2 real weeks, like
nope.
2 in game.
There's no.
Oh, what's 4 score? Is that 2?
I'm not sure what time period that is.
I thought a fortnight was 40 days.
I thought it was 2 weeks.
Didn't 4 score 2 weeks?
I think 4 score might be 2 weeks.
Whatever Lincoln said.
4 score and a few days ago.
A blue moon ago.
Some time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Something like that.
Somewhere around here. We found some people.
Fortnite is 2 weeks, but 4 score is, I don't know how long is 4 score. A score is equal to 20 years. So
80 years?
Yeah. it says right here, Abraham Lincoln was referencing 87 years ago when he said 4 score and 7 years ago.
You were way off, Ralph.
Yeah. No,
and I've been fucking way off, apparently. Holy sheep shit.
Like, that's the only time I might have read in some old books where somebody referenced a period of time as a score, but I probably didn't even catch on to that, to what they were talking about. That's so weird.
Yeah.
Last time I scored was a score ago.
Last time I scored was at least a 4 ago.
Oh no. Let's see. Why'd you play Mighty Number 9?
It's free, so whatever. It's on the PlayStation Plus games. Like game of the month. So I decided to check it out. Man, that game just doesn't control very well.
It just seems like it's a fucking mess.
Yeah, it's just not.
Unfinished.
I can tell you, like, I didn't play a lot of it. I literally played it for maybe 30 minutes to an hour, so I didn't give it its due by any means. But
you don't have to.
I flipped it on, and it just didn't feel good, and I got real frustrated with it, and was just like, this sucks. And, I finally played some Mega Man games, so liking it to a Mega Man game, it's not, because holy sheep shit.
Yeah, something feels wrong with it.
Sucks. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I can't even beat a boss in it. And I tried one night for like about an hour to beat this boss, and like I couldn't do it. It was like the first boss.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where I got to, and I was just like, this sucks, I'm out. I'm like, I don't care. Like, the dashing through people just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work very well. So I didn't really care for Mighty Number 9. So I wouldn't waste you can. I wouldn't waste your space to check it out, though. So there's that. I
got it on Wii U, so I don't have to get it on anything else.
You got the definitive version. So.
that's all that matters.
Yeah.
What else you got for me?
So you don't want to say much about Monster Hunter World, or do you?
I mean, here's what I'll say. So I might be a little bitter about Monster Hunter for a specific reason that doesn't have to do with anything about the game. I rented the game, played it. I got it because a couple buddies of mine that wanted to play it wanted me to play it with them. I got it. Then they decided to level themselves much farther than I could and did not want to then come back and play along with me. Now, that is a game that you can play solo. It is not a game that feels fun playing solo. I was not enjoying.
I would totally solo that thing.
Yeah. I didn't want to solo it. I didn't have a good time soloing it. Like, truly, I just didn't have a fun time doing it.
If you named your character Han Solo, would you feel better about it?
Yeah, I mean, well, no, because Han Solo has Chewbacca, so that doesn't really count. He also doesn't have anybody now because he's dead.
Well, then you could be the other Han Solo.
He's also dead. Hope Solo, on the other hand,
Han
Solo is also dead. So double Solo is double dead. So that doesn't really work. Monster Hunter is just it is a grind fest, and it's very dense. It is not as
pretty one though.
It is real pretty. Yep, I will give it that. Yeah. But it is real, and I mean real dense. Like,
how drunk did you get?
I didn't. Not at all.
You didn't do any drinking?
No drink. I mean, I drank while I played it, but I didn't drink in the game.
Did you do any arm wrestling?
Nope, no arm wrestling either.
What about cooking?
I did cook. Yep, I did cook a little bit. My cat was real happy about cooking. I don't know, man. Like, the game itself is probably fine. I didn't get enough of a chance to play it with people that I liked. Or really enough a chance to play that game at all. Like, I only had it for a couple of days, 5 days to be exact. And I played as much as I could with being solo, and it didn't click with me as much as I wanted it to. The armor of, like, building a certain set piece, then you have to go out and hunt for these pieces. I couldn't figure out, and I'm sure there's a way, and I didn't get into it. I wanted to just, like, basically have a menu of, like, this is what you're looking to hunt. You need this many pieces off of these animals, and you're just going to go out there and kill them. Okay, that's fine. But then say I wanted to switch back to a different set of armor. I had to then remake that armor again, even though I made it one time. But since I went down a different path, it like deleted it, or like it just moved here. So then I had to make a second set. I don't know. It was, and I'm not the world's smartest video game player. I know that, and I know
Hunter has really not been very friendly.
Yeah, and I did try. And maybe it was just I wasn't paying enough attention. Like, I just wanted to get in and go. But yeah. it just wasn't for me to start with. It is a game I would like to go back and revisit at some point, but it is not a game I want to run back right out to and do anything with. So that's what I got. That's what I got for Monster Hunter.
What if they put Dante in it?
Which Dante?
Devil May Cry Dante.
As an entire person or just a skin?
I don't. He might even be like your buddy you wander around with you.
Then I'm in.
What about Dante from Clerks?
I was hoping it would be that Dante. To be honest with you.
I don't think they get the rights from that Dante.
That's the one I was really hoping for. I don't know, man. Kevin Smith had a heart attack. He's looking to give up any kind of rights he can, I'm sure.
What? He had a heart attack?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago now.
Really? Oh, I thought he was in better health. I thought he lost a bunch of weight and all that stuff.
Yeah, he did. But he had a massive, I guess they call it the Widowmaker heart attack, where his everything was like 100% blocked, and they got him to a hospital and got it all taken care of and saved his life. But yeah, real bad heart attack. Pretty crazy. Wow. Amanda and I are going to go see him. Him and Ralph Garman. They do the Hollywood Babylon podcast, and I was listening to that for a long, long time. I haven't listened to it recently, but they're coming to Iowa. They're coming to Des Moines at Woolies to do the show.
Nice.
That show sold out in about 35 seconds. I bought tickets, and they announced the second show right after the show we're going to. So they're performing 2 shows in Des Moines back to back, which is kind of funny. So, but yeah.
What are the chances he's wearing a hockey jersey?
99%.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what I figured.
Yep. I don't see him being anything different at this point.
Yeah.
So.
What about backwards hat, though? You think he's going to have backwards hat?
Yep. Always a backwards hat still, too. Yep.
What do you got to say about Metal Gear Survive?
Fucking stupid.
Why did you play that?
Stupid piece of shit game.
Beta?
Oh, man.
I played the beta. I didn't play the actual game.
It took you forever to try Metal Gear Solid 5, but you're on... I mean, yeah, you're on Survive like it's nothing.
Because I was like, oh, man, zombies. This will be cool. It's not zombies. It's fucking, let's get you a bunch of resources you have to use to stay alive. This sounds great. It's like that Don't Starve game. Fucking no. Don't want to play that bullshit. It's
you have to build a fire.
Yeah, it's fucking garbage. Hey, look, there's a giant wormhole in the sky. Make sure these people don't get in it or destroy it. What? Oh, look, there's all these random things that you can find and keep for some reason. Oh, this is fun, I think. Am I having fun? I don't know if I'm having fun. I hope I'm having fun.
That's what I ask during most games I play.
Yeah. I mean, man, it was just bad. I just didn't have a good time.
Okay, what about Batman? Telltale.
I played Batman for about an hour and change. It is fun. It looks good on that new engine from Telltale. But other than that, I don't really have a whole lot to say.
Okay. So you haven't finished Bayonetta 2?
No, I haven't gone back to Bayonetta 2 since I fired it up the first or second time because I'm playing out a Fortnite still. But man, Bayonetta 2 is a vast improvement over Bayonetta 1. Not necessarily in story, but just quality of the game itself. Like, it looks better, the frame rate's better, it flows a little bit better, I feel like. It's very crisp looking. Man, it looks real good.
Yeah, I didn't care too much for the story for Bayonetta 2, but
I didn't really. The weird little boy is strange, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't feel like I gave Bayonetta 2 like a fair shake either. Because when I played it, it felt like I just had to play it and get through it. So it felt like I was forcing myself to play it. It's usually not a good thing.
I've finished it twice now, and
wow.
Well, I mean, I beat it on Wii U.
I was like on the Switch.
Yeah.
No, so it's a really good game.
It is a good game.
So,
yeah. Did you ever download the first one or not yet?
I've got it downloaded now, but I haven't fired it up yet.
Haven't thrown it in the system yet.
Even though I could just play the Wii U version.
Who wants to do that? Who wants to do that though?
Okay. Somehow you finished the first Bayonetta, right?
I did, yeah, and I really like that game. Like, I went in, as I said, and I mean, maybe I was wrong, but Ralph kind of backed me up here. I was playing that shit like a Batman game. Like, I was truly moving around, blocking, and just fucking squaring the or whatever that is, Xing the fuck out of it, and the quick time events and all that. And I also didn't. Something clicked in my brain of I wasn't worried. I didn't do any of the upgrade things at all, ever. I didn't buy any of that fucking shit. No, I didn't buy any of that shit.
I don't buy many of the moves.
Nope, I didn't buy not a fucking single move. I would always buy the potions, and then the
weapons.
Yeah,
I don't remember how the first one works.
No, just like the keys or whatever they are. The green things.
The things that would give you health.
Yes, the health things, and then the extra damage things. Like I would buy those, but I would only really use the health things.
They're different types of like candy, aren't they? Or they look like candy.
Yeah, that's what they kind of look like, lollipops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with this one, in Bayonetta 1, I finally realized like I was just using the regular fucking weapons. And finally I was like, oh shit, I never even equipped any of these fucking weapons that I got from these discs that I found. And so I equipped like the big ass sword, and then I equipped something else that was really fast. Some like dual.
Yeah, I think some of those weapons are more effective on certain types of enemy.
And as soon as I did that, and I had like the sword on like one button, and I could flip it to another one, like I was good. I didn't have any issues whatsoever in the rest of that game. I don't think I died maybe 25 more times after that, because I die a lot in that game because I don't do anything other than that. But I mean, I died a lot more. I died a lot less than I had before. But man,
either the first one or the second one, you can that guy who sells you stuff.
Yeah,
you can do something to trigger a fight with him, and apparently he's really, really difficult.
You have to. I looked this up. You have to buy the platinum ticket, which is 9,999,999 halos.
Whoa.
Yeah, are you gonna do it?
At least that's in the second one.
Is it like so? Basically, you're fighting Morgan Freeman from South Park. Is that kind of like what it is?
I had like 1.5 million, and then I'm like, I'm never getting there.
Yeah. But Bayonetta 1, man, that is a great fucking game. I really, really enjoyed myself with that game.
Yeah, I tried to buy that game early at Toys R Us, but they were having none of it
because they were closed forever.
No, so some Toys R Us were selling it early at the time. So I went there to try to see, and the guy behind the counter was a younger dude, and he was having none of it.
He was smart enough to know what you're up to, your tricks.
Yeah,
you'll have that from time to time.
So somehow, Derek, you finished Golf Story on the PlayStation 4. Tell me about this.
Well, I have not finished Golf Story on the PlayStation 4. I may or may not have put that as finished, but I actually didn't.
You put way more time in it than Ralph has. I looked at your guys' combined, or I looked at his hours played and yours hours plays, and yours is like almost double what he put in Golf Story.
That's insane to me. Did you do all the extras, Ralph?
There was some putting challenge I couldn't do. It just pissed me off.
I wonder if I've just left it on pause a bunch. Because I don't feel like I've put that. I mean, I don't know how I would put that much more effort into it than you have, but maybe I have.
I said like you only played it for like 15 years with it. Like
I'm like almost 30 hours of that game. Yeah. I put a lot of time into that game. I don't know, man. Like the last part of that, I don't feel like they really prepare you for the final mission in that game. There's also the fact that I don't have, I think, the best possible clubs that you can get. And then I realized finally, like, I could not figure out forever how I could get out of playing that last 9. I couldn't, like, quit out of it. I couldn't figure it out. And finally I figured it out because I'm retarded. But, yeah, that – I don't feel like they prepare you well at all for, like, the wind variations or the terrible, like, little islands you have to hit onto or the bounces. Like, I just do not feel that they
you just got to guess that shit. There's no preparing.
Man, it's not been great for me, I can tell you that. I've not been doing super well.
Were you wearing the proper golf clothes?
I was naked most of the time when I was playing it. Is that?
I don't think they'll let you do that on tour.
Golf maybe.
Yeah, golf is great. I mean, I'll tell you, golf is probably phenomenal. Like
I cannot do golf.
No, it's awesome. I'm not gonna play it, but I
don't think I ever finished under par, or I'll never got to par.
I like the idea of it, but boy, I don't like much else. There wasn't a whole lot of anything else that I was doing. Beyond that, golf has been phenomenal, and I would absolutely play more if there was like a frisbee golf expansion or something along that line, because that game has been really, really fun. So I've essentially finished golf, but I have not finished golf.
Is there any frisbee golf in that?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah, there's frisbee golf.
There is. It's kind of weird.
It is weird.
I don't even remember how you do it, but it seemed kind of weird.
You have
but it wouldn't
hold the button, but let it go at the right time. And then you have to like use the left stick to spin it. Yeah, and it's back. Like it felt like it was inverted because I kept picking it up. I don't know.
It feels weird, but it's
fun. Yeah, you can do it. So
you finished Odyssey.
I did finally finish Mario Odyssey.
Did You didn't finish that before Game of the Year?
No, but I knew that it was a great game, and boy, howdy, was that a great fucking game.
Okay.
That was a phenomenal fucking game. I
100% of it?
No. I did not. I want to give myself more reason to go back to Mario, so I will go back and search for more moons. But that Dark Side of the Moon is one son of a bitch.
The darkest or the dark?
I don't think I've gotten to the darkest yet.
You've unlocked it because you have more moons than I do.
Yeah, you need like 500 or something.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the euphoria of finding moons in that game is not easily replicated, I feel. And it's real dumb to say, I get it, but I
didn't have the same.
I really enjoyed finding moons in that game. I don't know why. I'm a kid, man. I love that shit. What's weird is everyone says that, like, I guess it's not like Galaxy, but it gave them a lot of Galaxy feelings. And I did not, I mean, I haven't played it in forever, but when I originally played Galaxy 1, I didn't care for it.
Yeah,
I like it. But
I don't know if it was I don't know if it was like running around the planets and having it be weird. Like, I don't know.
It's probably using a Wii remote. It probably didn't help.
Probably. So, I'd like to play the Galaxy games at some point on a Switch. That'd be fun. But
it'd be nice to see them. It'd be nice to see them both packaged together. But
yeah,
that's probably a pipe dream.
I put $60 down for them together. I'm sure most Nintendo fanboys will put $60 down for them separately, though. Is the problem. So
they already released them digitally for Wii U, right?
Right.
So yeah, I could imagine them easily doing that again.
I could see them do it, or just a Galaxy 3, and before Galaxy 3 comes out, you do that.
I was wondering if they'd ever how they'll do Mario. Like, will they ever go back to a 2D Mario?
I mean,
I don't that Super Mario Brothers or whatever.
Depends on if they do. Are they going to? If they do it like they did, like the 3DS Zelda game, and have it be like portions, I could see them doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I even if it was just like a downloadable little thing, I think that'd be cool if they did a 2D one again.
Yeah, like a proper Super Mario. What would that be 4?
Yeah, that'd be kind of awesome if they did.
Awesome. Like that. Now it's like thinking about that. It's like, what would a Super Mario 4 look like? Or a Super Mario World 3, because World 2 is obviously one of the best games of all time, Yoshi's Island.
That's debatable.
But it'd be like a Super Mario World 3. I mean, if you wanted to do something old school like that, like I'd be into that. Or fun. Yeah. I mean, if they just said they were going to give me like I caution to use this, so I apologize, but that's the first thing that popped in my head. If they gave me a updated version of Super Mario World a la Final Fantasy VII, I would maybe be into that too.
What would that even look like?
I don't know, but Nintendo could do something cool.
What they're doing with Final Fantasy VII?
Again, I said I caution to use that, but just like
change the combat,
updated graphics, with like something a little bit more realistic. I don't know.
Turn-based,
turn-based Mario.
Yeah. Everybody got to redo the translation. Yeah.
Speaking of turn-based Mario and Rabbids.
I realized that. I just needed a break from Mario and Rabbids. Like, I hammered through that game. That was back in my pipe dream of
bro through that game.
I really did. That was back in my pipe dream of I'm going to play one game at a time and never play another game until the other one's finished, because that lasted about 3 weeks.
I've been failing at that hard the last
couple
months.
Not been good. So I put 30-ish hours, I think, into Mario and Rabbids, and got to that final battle, and it was just whooping my ass, and over and over and over and over again. And I mean, I took probably a 3-week break from it.
Some people are into that.
Yeah, I'm not me. I'm more like I'm more the choking type, the bondage stuff. But I'm not really into the ass whipping or the nipple pinching. You can keep your hands away from my boobs. I'm good.
That seems like it'd be painful.
Yeah, I don't want anybody near my nipples ever. So, just first try. I had no issues. I didn't die once. My first try on Bowser, and I killed him. I don't know what it was.
I remember it took me like at least 5 times that final battle. Like I was reading about what character combos people used,
and I was already set with my combos when I went back and looked. I was like, oh, I can't even fucking switch my shit out now. I had Rabid Peach.
After Bowser beat you the 5th time, when you went to go get him the 6th time, did he do the Booker T 5 times?
He doesn't have enough fingers to do that, but yeah.
And then spin on his shell.
That would be pretty great. He does spin on his shell.
Yeah.
Not on the back.
Not on the back though. That would be talent.
Yeah.
Breaking some spikes.
But yeah, that game is really good. I'm in for more of that. But oh boy, give me 1 second. I have a child. Help. Hello. You going to bed?
No.
Okay. I love you. Good night.
We all love you.
Oh boy. Good thing the camera's up high because you don't have pants on or panties.
Neither do I. What?
Wait. Panties also?
I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay. Did I play anything else, or is that it? I think that might be.
That looks like it.
Think I'm ready.
Fortnite again.
No, I think I've said enough about Fortnite. I think I'm okay.
I can blaze through some stuff real quick, unless you have more to say about anything.
I feel like I do, but I can't place what I want to say. So I downloaded the Ratchet and Clank game. Probably check that out at some point because I've never played a Ratchet and Clank game.
PS4 one or the collection?
The PS4 one's a PlayStation Game of the Month.
Okay.
So probably check that out at some point.
Really
it does, yeah.
You get a Pro though before you try that out because that game looks really good in 4K. But
I might do that then.
Assuming you still have PS Plus by then.
Yeah, I mean I have PS Plus on next year, so I think we're okay.
I can give you some hot takes real quick.
Yeah, go for it. Give me some takes.
I finished Bayonetta 2. We were talking about that.
Yep.
I got Resident Evil 7 Biohazard Gold Edition for $25 one day. So it was nice because a lot of that, all the DLC was on the disc besides Not a Hero, which is free.
Where'd you get that deal from, by the way?
GameStop.
Oh, yeah, that's why I can't do it. I can't do GameStop anymore.
I got it from their website, and it just showed up sealed. So
never had to make that footstep in there.
Man, GameStop's about all I got around here.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't.
Besides the internet, but
you don't have a whole lot to go from. I'm sure.
I've got like $120 in credit there, and like I'm just sitting on it.
Yeah, I mean, what else can you do though?
It's weird because like I don't like buying new games from there very often because I get
they're not new.
Sometimes they are actually not new.
Yeah, I mean I can get 20% off from Best Buy with Gamers Club.
Right, you just have to wait for it to get shipped to you.
So yeah, I mean I just gotta wait on shit to go on sale at GameStop.
Right.
Whatever. So I don't pre-order much. Except Madden, the new Madden.
Yeah. Always got to get Madden.
So I finished End of Zoe. I keep wanting to call it End of Zoe, and I don't know why. End of Zoe is a little
Enzo Amore. Is that what you want to call it?
Yeah. I won't spoil anything in case Ryan plays it.
I might at some point. Out of the 3 that you have to pay to get, unless you get that collection, or that whatever it's called, Gold Edition. That seems the most interesting. The other 2 just seem like really difficult, weird DLCs that I probably wouldn't want to play.
This one may line up with that. I mean, it's kind of. I mean, I beat it on normal. It's kind of tough until a certain point. It becomes kind of a joke, but it's just like I talk about a little. You play as Zoe's uncle, and you're like a former boxer, and you're just punching mold monsters. It's fucking dumb. And he's saying like, "You moldy motherfucker, get over it."
Does he ever get a gun, or is he always just punching?
I don't think you ever do get a gun. I don't remember now. Like I think you can on like quote unquote New Game Plus of that. It's only like it's less than 2 hours long. But I think you can play with a gun on your second playthrough if you want.
Yeah, that sounds similar to that Chris DLC because that one was super short. I think it's only like an hour long, if that.
I got that downloaded. I need to play that. I mean, I don't know if I need to, but I will.
You aren't missing anything, but if you have it, it's worth. I don't know. I guess it's worth just going through it just to see what it is.
Yeah, I probably will. I played some of the band footage stuff. Like there's this one band footage thing called Daughters, where you play as Zoe, and it's like right before the real game starts. So right before the whole family got infected, which is kind of interesting. But
that's kind of cool.
I don't know. You can like get the bad ending in it. Like you can finish that thing in like less than half an hour. I had to look up how to get the good ending, and I would have never figured that out. So
really,
not on my own. It's like I didn't even know like you could do some of the shit that you have to do.
That's weird.
Whatever. There's some other band footage thing where you're playing a game of blackjack. Yeah, I don't know. And you're losing fingers if you lose.
That's kind of awesome.
I don't know. It's pretty fucking dumb. I haven't finished it yet.
Did you do all that in VR, or did you try any of it in VR?
I haven't tried that yet. I think you can play. I don't think you can do any of the band footage in VR, but I think you can do all the rest of the stuff. Like End of Zoe, Not a Hero. I could be wrong though. I'll have to try that out.
I still don't know if the PC version has VR support. I think it might still only be the PS4 one, which is weird. But
yeah, it is weird. So I don't know. I'm glad I bought that gold edition though. That's a good deal. I haven't played much of the 25th Ward, the silver case yet. It's a lot like the old silver case though. So for better or worse. It's got good music. I know that.
Yeah. Sounds like the first one.
Yeah. I don't know. That shit is like that game is like gotta be polarizing. I know that. I can see how someone would absolutely hate that.
Yeah. Neither one of those games probably reviewed that well just because of how weird they are.
Yeah, and it's basically like a visual novel because at least in the first silver case you can move. I don't really know if you can move in this one. Like it gives you like direction choices, but it'll just take you, or basically location choices, and it takes you directly to wherever you pick.
Wasn't this one like a phone game that they remade? Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, whatever.
Some of those early phone games were really something else. Like there wasn't much to them. They didn't look too great.
Yeah, like they've actually put some work into it, I think, to make it look more like the silver case. Because like I think before it was bare bones as hell, probably like old text adventure.
They're still on like completely separate ends of the bookshelf for me.
Yeah, well, I get it.
I don't understand it. I don't know why they name stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a weird choice. I played a little bit of Majora's Mask on 3DS. I don't know why. I just kind of forgot I had it. I'd like to finish that game one day. I don't know if I ever will, but it's cool. It's got that time limit thing, which is
that's why I won't play it.
I mean,
disheartening.
It's not as harsh as it sounds because I think you have the Song of Time. And you just pull out your ocarina and play it, and it'll reset the doomsday clock, basically. But I'm pretty sure you keep like all the items you've found when it resets the time. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people say that's wrong because I've never played much of it, but from what I can tell, I don't know. It's a cool game. It's kind of dark for a Zelda game. So, I've been playing a lot of Kirby Star Allies.
Ugh.
I like that game a lot, but it's kind of up my alley. I mean, it's really easy, but
that's okay. That doesn't matter.
I mean, there's a demo of it, so Derek, I don't know if you want to try it. Like, you could play it 4 players. Not that you'd want to,
right?
But I mean, it'd probably be kind of fun. 4 players.
Is it like a good game for children?
Probably. I mean, the only times I've died is when I've fallen into a pit accidentally twice. But I think I have 65 lives now.
Jesus Christ.
Like, you get 1-ups like nuts.
That's ridiculous. 65 lives.
Some of the reviews weren't that bad for it, right? It was in like the 70s, right?
Yeah, like the last few Kirby games have gotten all about the same. I mean, I don't know. I could see why someone wouldn't like them, but I don't know. They're. I've always had a soft spot for Kirby. I'm wearing a Kirby shirt for some reason. You can't even see. But
what is is it? Is that a thought bubble? What is it?
What do you think about a hamburger?
Okay, is he going to become a hamburger?
All of this translates. I don't know.
Is that what happens if he eats a hamburger? He becomes a hamburger?
He'd get hamburger powers. I wish that was in the game. He'd be throwing burger around.
I like a good hamburger. I like a good hamburger patty power.
Yeah. The game just becomes burger time.
That'd be all right. I don't know. It's kind of like you have to play it with. If you're playing single player, you have to play it with 3 computer dudes. Well, you don't have to. I guess basically you go up to an enemy, and if you throw a heart at them, they'll join you. So.
Is that how you made the friend train?
Yeah. So basically, like I come up to a dude with a sword, throw the heart at him. He's on my team. Go up to a dude who's like a fireball, throws fire, throw a heart at him. He's on my team. And then I can basically have the fire guy make the sword guy's sword on fire. So that's kind of cool. If I had like a water dude, I could change the weapon to water and wind, whatever, ice. There's a lot of them. So that's kind of cool. Whatever.
You could do that in Final Fantasy IX. So is it like Final Fantasy IX?
Go right into Final Fantasy IX and I'll tell you.
Is that the last game that you played?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about anything else.
You have so many more games you can talk about, though.
Not on this list.
I know, you took them all off.
Oh.
Damn
yeah,
it.
I guess it is all. You talked about all the ones on the list.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that first, or do you want to talk about
whatever you want?
You guys wished. I know both of you wish you played Haze, right?
I have played Haze.
I don't wish that upon my worst enemy.
Did you finish Haze?
No, I did not.
Oh, that game, man, from what I can remember from it, it wasn't too bad.
Were you in a Haze as you played the game?
It was like the first game I finished this year.
2018 was the first game of the year. Haze.
Right after Game of the Year, I was like, I need to play even better than these. So I need
to up my quality and quantity of games.
And so it wasn't too bad until the end. And the end boss fight is the stupidest. Like you just go and so there's this. I think it's this guy that you pretty much meet at the beginning of the game. He's one of the bros that is all jacked up on the drugs, and you basically fight him in this really small enclosed area, and you just stand there and shoot him until he's dead, and then the game ends. It's so stupid. Like there's no challenge to the end boss fight at all. It's like it's almost worse than the first Uncharted boss fight.
Oh, that's hard. That's rough.
So, but like up until that point, it wasn't too bad. The game doesn't hold up very well because it looks like ass, but most of the shooting stuff is fine. There's some parts where you're driving and there's some mines that you are trying not to hit, but it seems like the range at which you get close to them is not. It doesn't make any sense when you look at it. So a lot of times you end up just getting blown up without realizing. So. But yeah, I can see why that game didn't do too well. Like
is that from the makers of Time Splitters?
Yeah, it's was it
Free Radical?
Yeah,
because I remember having high hope for Haze because I'm like Time Splitters 2, which is
there was so much hype. Like everything, like back in those days, everything needed to be the Halo killer, and so Haze was gonna be way better than Halo, and it turned out to be just a complete disaster. I don't think it has any multiplayer.
Yeah, I don't.
Is it? So it's pretty much impossible for it to be the Halo killer if it's got no multiplayer. I finished Yakuza Kiwami, so now there's I think I got 2 Yakuza games that I have not played yet, and that's the second one and 5. I own both of those, but Kiwami 2 comes out into this year, so I'll just get that.
I thought they just announced that or something.
Yeah, But that game wasn't too bad. I didn't like it as much as Yakuza 0. I feel like it looks way better than the PlayStation 2 version. But I feel like I should have played the PlayStation 2 version because it's got like Michael Madsen in it and a bunch of other like U.S. Like really popular U.S. actors who, for whatever reason, did the voice of the Yakuza and probably Yakuza 2. So. Yeah, I don't know if you guys were interested in those games at all when they came out. I think they were like around 2005, maybe 2005, 2006, maybe.
Probably. I mean, I knew what they were. I just never played one till 3. Was that on PS3?
Yeah, 3 was on PS3. Yeah,
I think that was the first one I played.
That was the first one I played too. And then I bought the other 2 after that and just never really played them. And then I guess one of those 2 I think became somewhat rare, but
yeah,
I think they reprinted them and now they're not as rare anymore. But and then I went, for some reason I got the urge to finish Splatterhouse, and I must have really hated that game the first time I tried to play it because I went and looked back. Like I was like, I don't remember. I was like, when I first played that game, probably in like 2011. I was like, I remember having a lot of trouble with this game, and it doesn't feel that bad right now. So then I went and checked the difficulty, and I had the difficulty set on easy. So I must have really had some trouble with it the first time I tried to play it.
It'd be the only way I could play it. I know that. Yeah. Holy shit.
So I just left it on easy, and then it wasn't too bad up until the very end of the game. The way that game ends is just horrible. You basically like in a certain area protecting that girl, and she's basically stuck somewhere and can't move, and you just have to fight hordes of enemies and prevent them from getting to her. And if you don't, the game's over. And it was not easy on easy, so I can't imagine what it'd be like on the higher difficulties.
I picked that up not long ago for $8 at GameStop, mostly because I wanted to unlock the old games because I've never played any.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the nude photos. Which you could just look up online. Yeah, you pick up the collectibles in that game are photos of your girlfriend, and some of them she's not wearing a top. So
that sounds very hot.
Yeah, a CG naked lady. Yep.
I remember enjoying Splatterhouse a lot, except for
the most recent one or the NES
yeah,
ones?
no, the original, the remake.
Oh. I don't know if it's a remake. I think it's like a reboot or new. I don't know what the hell it is.
I mean, I know it wasn't good, but boy, did I play it. I remember going out.
I unlocked the side-scrolling levels are kind of neat, but they are the most unforgiving. If you die at all, the checkpoint is so horrible that I think that's why I switched to easy. But yeah. I would not recommend Splatterhouse. if you have any urge of going back to play old PlayStation 3 or 360 games, I would not say start there or ever go there.
Yeah. How do you unlock the old games?
You just beat the game. Like you get through a certain there's I think they break it into like 3 chunks. You have to the first act, which is like so many certain chapters, and you unlock the first game, and you get through the second act, which is a certain number of chapters, and you unlock the second, and I think either right before you finish the game or when you finish the game, you unlock the third. So
there's some awesome Japanese Splatterhouse game. I don't know what it's called, but it's where it's like a chibi or whatever, where it's like they're kids.
It's kind of amazing looking. Angry video game nerd play it or something
Probably.
Like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never even I unlocked all 3 of those, but I never tried any of them. So I was just kind of
hard as hell also.
Yeah, I figured they were. That's why I didn't try them. But I played What Remains of Edith Finch, and I was not wearing my What Remains of Edith Finch shirt while I was playing.
Oh, you fucked up now.
And so that game is very interesting, and I think it's worth playing. It's probably not worth what I paid to play it, though, which is close to $40.
Yeah.
It'd be worth something.
I mean, you could get all the trophies in that game in like 2 hours.
I've yet to start playing it, but I need to.
Do you have it?
Yeah, I bought it. Remember I said
okay.
I was going to buy it.
You should play it because then I can spoil the best part of the game.
I play it on as soon as I can play. As soon as I can turn my PlayStation 4 on and not play Fortnite, I will tell you.
Because you only need a couple hours.
I cannot. I've tried. I've tried.
But the basic it's basically like so Edith Finch she lives in kind of a cursed family. I don't really know how. I think I can't remember because it's been a couple months that I played it. Like if they go into any detail of like how they got cursed or.
I mean, the trailer just says it's like, oh man, our family's cursed. We've always believed in this curse, but sometimes believing in this curse might actually make it real.
Yeah, but I mean, the curse is more to like make death more like
meaningful.
It makes it like because normally like most people they don't encounter death for a while in their life. Some people encounter it earlier than others, but for these people they encounter it very often and very frequently, and it seems like it's more inevitable than it is for most people. So it's just kind of interesting how they deal with that and kind of force you to like most people are afraid of dying, but they're more afraid of it because it seems like it's going to happen sooner and they're not going to get to live as much of their life as other people get to.
Sure.
So they have to deal with it in a different way. So it makes it pretty interesting. And like, it looks really good. Most of the stories told pretty well. It's just really short and I get why it's short, but that's why I wish it didn't cost as much, but I'm a sucker for physical copies. So, I paid more for it than I probably should have, but it was still worth it. I liked it. And that one part that I already told Ralph about was great.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It was pretty good. It could have been moment of the year if I would have played it before the end of the year.
It could be moment of this year. It's fine.
Because, I mean, when it dawns on you what you're doing as you're doing it, it's pretty good. It'll be very clear, too, once you see it. You're like, oh, man.
Got it.
They went there. It's just like Degrassi.
So are you telling me Drake gets shot in this?
There are no school shootings in this.
Well, that's not near as fun then.
It's kind of crazy that they did do a school shooting in that because there's very rarely a school shooting in Canada, but Degrassi went there.
I mean, they had to, man. It was Drake.
Yeah. In a wheelchair the rest of his life.
I'll always remember.
Yeah. But then I also like. I know you guys don't consider this, but Sony started off with a hot banger in February with Shadow of the Colossus. So
I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a bad game because I would never say that.
Like they started the year off with a showstopper, in my opinion. and it was only $40.
See, I know this is probably gonna sound really dumb, but I've said before, like I know some kind of twist, but whatever. Besides that. Did Lords of Shadow rip it off?
I don't think so.
With the Titan?
I don't think nobody has like people have tried to have like so I would say people have there's two types of like large scale battles. There's like the God of War style large scale battle, and I would say Lords of Shadow is more of that than it is Shadow of the Colossus. So it's weird because usually like I've heard people talk about it too where normally, if you got a really popular or a really good game that people like, people copy it and they'll make a slightly different version of that, and then it'll kind of become like its own kind of genre. But like that never happened with Shadow of the Colossus. Nobody's been able to really do what they did in a way that people cared about it as much.
Like
I don't even know if people have really tried.
Well, I mean, I guess I was just kind of afraid like this isn't quite a good comparison, but. Yeah. Okay, like when The Matrix came out, that shit was awesome. But now it's like you go back and watch it, like, everything is done this better.
Yeah, but
I don't. I was kind
imagine
like that.
So like what kind of sucks about that is like, so the Matrix is always going to look like the Matrix. It's not going to have somebody when you watch it in like 20 years from now or 15 years from now. Nobody's unless you get what's his name, George Lucas on it. Nobody's going to turn the Matrix into something that looks a lot better.
He's all the guns in the walkie-talkies. That was Spielberg.
Remove all the cigarettes. Yeah. No, but where this is like, they pretty much took that same game. It pretty much plays the same way too. They did add a new. So I played through. They added a new. I guess it seems more like a button mapping. They pretty much just like. They gave you the original classic layout, and then they created one that they felt was more modern. And the one that they did make, that they call the more modern one, it does feel better because I played through it both ways. I played through the classic one. And the classic one just feels natural because I played through the game so many times that I don't even have to think about it. Those are just the buttons that I think to hit when I want to do stuff in that game. So I had to actually like force myself to learn the more modern one, but once you get used to it, the modern one actually feels better. But that game is going to be so weird for some people just because, and I've already read people posting about it. There's some guy posting about it on Destructoid. I don't know if you guys read that one where he basically called like Shadow of the Colossus is like not a good game, I think is what his title was. It was like really, it was just some blogger that they promoted. Sometimes they promote blogs on Destructoid.
Yeah.
And there are some people that like they don't like the way the character controls, and they think that the way he controls is unforgivable, as if it's a mistake. Like it's like as if like if you were controlling a character and he wasn't responding the way that you wanted him to, you would think that they did it like it was a bug or something like that. Or like if he let's say you're like attached to the Colossus and then all of a sudden you just fall off, you would think that it was a bug. But really what they tried to do is make a character who somewhat behaved realistically, and same with the horse too. Like you don't control the horse directly. You're on the horse, you tell the horse where to go, but the horse controls itself. So that's another thing people get frustrated too, is like they'll try to control the horse as if when they push forward, they think they're moving the horse forward, but they're really not controlling the horse. They're controlling Wanderer, who controls the horse or tries to control the horse. So it's just stuff like that where like they made specific design decisions. And so when some people go to play it, they're going to think like, I want this person and this horse to do exactly what I want it to do, when really the character you're playing at is like a pretty scrawny young boy who is trying to fight these giant colossus. So he is going to try to hold on for dear life and stay on that colossus and attack it. But the way they did the animations and the actions, it responds to like the movements of the colossus and all that stuff. And so when you go to grab it, he may be in a position where your grab isn't going to work and you're going to fall. And you're going to be like, what the fuck? Which happens to me a lot, like, because you'll be near the edge of the like hair part that you can grab. And the way the colossus moves and the way you're trying to move, it's going to make you move to a spot where you're not grabbing the hair anymore, and then you're just going to fall. And on certain boss fights, it's no big deal. The ones like where you're like flying on top of him, it's a huge deal because getting back on that freaking bird colossus or I think colossus is singular, right? Colossi is the plural.
If we're going by Latin rules, yeah.
I think, yeah. Getting back on that bird one is a pain in the ass because you have to go swim to the certain, especially if you're doing the time trials, swim to a certain area, get its attention, and wait for it to come to you, and then jump on it again. So
what you're saying is this game is a lot like The Matrix Reloaded.
I hope not. The only Matrix I liked was the first one. I don't anything beyond that. No. So I don't know. Like I feel like there's definitely people who are not going to like the way the character controls, and that's fine. I get it. But I wouldn't say it's because the game's broken. I should say because they were trying to make. They tried to make. They do this in is it Eco or Ico or whatever? And they tried to do it in The Last Guardian too. They tried to make the character feel somewhat like it looks like. Like for those first two games, the character was like, The Last Guardian and Ico is a little boy. This one, he's a pretty young dude. I don't even know if he's a man. He's probably like a teenager. So they try to make it seem somewhat realistic as it can, even though it's still a game in some weird fantasy world. So, and a lot of that usually puts people off, which I don't know. It didn't put me off, I guess, at the time or even now.
Put you on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may give this a shot. Like if it gets to like $20 or something.
But yeah, so I don't know. Like I'm sure the controls will feel wonky, and I know I'm used to it, so it's really hard for me to like not make myself familiar with that and see it from somebody who has never played that game, and now it's been that game came out in like 2005 or 2006.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's been a while, but it's the same thing for those early Resident Evil games. Like I jump back into those, no problem. And if somebody picked those up for the first time now, they would probably think that control scheme was insane, where to me it feels perfect. So, but
yeah. Well, I mean, I played The Last Guardian, I guess, so I might have a little bit of an idea. Maybe I've played Eco also, but I don't remember that too well.
So yeah, I don't know. I the way what they do with the graphics looks great. Definitely looks amazing. I was watching somebody play it too, and like, so when you get on the horse, your first instinct is to press forward. This happened to me too, and when you press forward, it's gonna make a wander look like take a wander's camera. It's gonna make the camera look straight up into the air. And so he was like, "Whoa, what's going on? Is that a bug?" It's like, no, the forward doesn't move the horse forward. So it you just have to hit X and it'll go forward. but yeah, that if that happens to you and you press forward when you get on the horse and all of a sudden you're looking at the sky, you'll know why. but yeah, it is. Other than that,
Sphere.
Yeah.
Platinum that.
I don't know what Derek is writing on the notes.
He's like aniseed.
Is that the plural of something?
It might be. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
I don't know how you spell that.
I like the oil part. I like the aniseed oil.
Okay.
Yeah, Lost Sphere. That game was way longer than I expected. I think I said Sphere was only like 20 hours. This game took me like 40 hours. And I spent the time to actually platinum that game, but it was fine. The music was fine. The characters were fine. The combat was fine, but nothing was too memorable. So it just seemed like an okay RPG.
So you platinumed it anyway?
I didn't have much. When I was close to
it was either that or play Haze again.
There wasn't much out when I played Lost Sphere, so it was, and there wasn't much to actually platinum it, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But I don't know, it wasn't too bad. Like, I actually think it was better than Secret of Mana. But did you play Secret of Mana much? I know you started
it all. Yeah, I feel like I played it on this SNES Classic for a little bit, for about the same amount, and I feel like I liked it better on the SNES Classic.
Yeah.
But
so to me, like what you're talking about too, where like you have, so it's easier for me to talk about this one because I didn't play it when it first came out. But I feel like that remake is really just exposing a game that wasn't that great to begin with. Because a lot of like that game got reviewed very harshly, which I don't think it was that bad. I really didn't like the way it ended. I didn't mind the graphics, although I can definitely see why people like the old graphics more. But it still felt pretty colorful, and that game crashed a lot. How far did you get into it?
Maybe like half an hour. Not much. I kind of forgot I had it.
that game like auto saves all the time, and it's a good thing it does because it crashes a shitload. I don't know if it's been patched since then, but it crashed on me.
I know
at least 10 times.
I downloaded a patch for it the other day. I don't know how old that patch was.
But it looks real sharp. Performance is pretty solid too. Like it's pretty much, it's on Pro. It's 4K 60. I think on just the base hardware, it's 1080p 60. So it feels really smooth, and I didn't mind the combat. I like the combat. Running around that world did seem great, and that intro music, I hated that intro music, that intro area. I switched the music to the original music because supposedly the new music isn't that great. So I thought I'd switch to the original, and I hated that original music for that intro area so much. But it gets better. It doesn't. It's not that. I had to turn the music down, and I left the music pretty low. But later on, some of the other areas you go through in the game, and some of the other fights that you encounter, the music is quite a bit better. So it's just that music that you're at the beginning of the game as you're running around, and that main village, and then that kind of main area that you start in. I could not stand that music at all. I hated that music so much. It was so loud too. Like the default setting had it just blaring, so I had to turn it down. Otherwise, I felt like I was going to go insane.
I always thought it was interesting. You could play that game 3 players. At least I think you can.
Yeah, you can. You still can in this one. And that's what I was kind of wondering too. Like if back in the day, like people were playing it co-op, and that made it a lot more fun. Because your AI characters are pretty stupid, and they're stupid in the original, and they're stupid in this one. So I feel like if I had other people to play with locally, it would make the fights and all that a lot easier. I mean, the game's not too difficult. It's just occasionally there's a boss fight that requires some thought, and it would just be easier if you had somebody else controlling one of the AI characters. But yeah, I don't know. I don't regret buying that game. I do think Lost Sphere was better. And Lost Sphere is not going to be regarded as a classic like Secret of Mana is. I just don't think Secret of Mana holds up at all. But,
yeah, I mean, it may be. Yeah, it's probably a product of its time. Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, I wish I played at the time, but I wasn't really playing. When did that even come out? Was it early 90s?
Yeah, I'd guess like 93, but I don't really know.
Yeah, I was way too young to play a game like that at that time.
I remember seeing it at Walmart, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what in the hell that is. So
yeah, it's got good box art.
Yeah,
so
true.
But what else I got on here?
RE0.
Yeah, I went through that probably played that game like 4 or 5 times. It's not a very long game. You can get through it in pretty easily in less than like 4 hours. So I don't know. I still like those games quite a bit. I feel like Resident Evil 0 gets a lot of hate for no real good reason. It's still pretty solid. But I didn't get through it on hard. I was going to try to get through it on hard and still haven't yet. I have to plan that one out. Fucking bat. If you set yourself up wrong for that bat on hard, you're just done. You have to restart. And I definitely had the wrong setup for that bat. I should have looked it up before I did it. Played Dino Crisis. I did not finish it, even though I think I'm close to the end. That game is way different than what I thought. I don't really like it that much. I did get murdered by a T-Rex because I didn't run out of the room fast enough. So I wasn't expecting that. I thought I could just stand there and shoot it, but apparently that's not what you're supposed to do unless you have a powerful enough weapon, and I did not. So I just stood there, shot it once, tried to shoot it again, and it just ate me. But that game's got like continues and stuff too, so you don't really lose much progress. Yeah, I want to try to finish that whole series if I can. Supposedly that Xbox game is garbage, but
yeah, I feel like it's a lot different, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in like space. Just doesn't make much sense.
I thought it like played different, like it was more arcadey, but I could be thinking
probably is. Like I remember reading reviews for it at the time, and it sounded not great. And I didn't own an Xbox at the time, So I wasn't ever really planning on getting it. But I'll play it someday. I got Diablo 3 for the Xbone, downloaded that Necromancer DLC. I don't know. It's weird playing that game on a console. Like, I feel like the PC controls are a lot better. Because you can kind of just point and click on what you want to destroy and then just press the keys when you want to do your special moves, where you have to go take your character over there with a controller. So it just feels a little more cumbersome, I guess. But it looks good. The Necromancer isn't too bad. Most of her, well, I picked up female, so most of the attacks are long range. So, what the hell is this? Show chat. It's a chat going on in our Google Doc.
What?
It says like show chat on our Google Doc. Yeah,
I don't even.
right there. I can type the chat.
Oh yeah,
I don't even see it.
I can do that. I can do that. I can just put that here.
But 14. Oh,
0.4, 14. It's close.
Statutory sphere rape there. But Necromancer doesn't seem too bad. I don't know if I'm gonna get back to trying to, like, I've killed that Skeleton King so many times now. I don't know if I could get through Diablo 3 again. I felt like I might make it more interesting if I did it with the Necromancer DLC, but it didn't feel any different. I played the game too much, and the normal difficulty is so freaking easy now. They've modified it so much and added so many difficulties that the base difficulty might as well be like the baby mode. I bought LA Noire for cheap, put that in. It looks like LA Noire. Did you guys ever play LA Noire?
I did, yeah. And I ended up fucking it up because I was trying to do a perfect run of getting everything correct, and I did not.
I finished it, but I should
have never
do everything correct.
I never went back.
Oh, you should. You could go back and play the cases individually.
So, I still didn't go back.
No, you just gotta cheat. Just gotta look up the answers.
I didn't,
because some of those faces are impossible to read. Final Fantasy IX is what I'm going through now. I bought that on that flash sale.
Yes.
They have cheats in that game. Did you know that the PC and PS4 versions have cheats?
Did they really?
Yeah, like there's cheats that you can do that will disable trophies, but then they also just have cheats built into the menu. Like you hit pause, and you can make it so that there's no enemies that show up on the map, so you won't get any random encounters. And then the more ridiculous, so then they have one that speed up the game, which is fine. That's not really that big a deal. But then there's two that are just nuts, which I tried recently because I finally got the boat so I could travel wherever I want. So I went to an area where I shouldn't, where there's enemies that were too tough. And I thought, oh, maybe I could just like level up really quick if I turn these two things on and just kill all these enemies I'm not supposed to kill. But one is where it's called like battle assistance, where it makes you fight. Your attacks happen first no matter what. And you go into trance, which is like where you're like more powerful than usual and you take less damage. Makes all your party members go into trance, which is painful to watch because you have to sit through that animation. So you're going to want to put it on the speed up mode so the animation happens really quick. And then you can turn on 999, I think it's 4 9s, 999 mode. And that's where every hit you do does 9,999 damage. So, and then just doesn't, like, it just lets you do this. Like, it doesn't
just kill everything in one hit.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just murdering these enemies I'm not supposed to kill. But I was hoping that I could just like level up really quickly, but they weren't giving me that much experience, so I just kind of stopped doing it and just went back to playing the main story. So I'm probably higher level than I should be right now, but I was hoping that I could just like get really high level. I'll probably have to look it up. There's probably certain areas I could go where I could just get to like level 99 really quickly. But it seems ridiculous because like I could just turn this on at any point in time. So it's like in the middle of a boss fight, if I'm getting my ass kicked, I just turn on 999 and
just fucking wreck everything.
Battle assistance, yeah, and I just destroy whatever I'm fighting. So I don't know. I guess it's up to you if you want to do it or not. But after doing it one time and just watching it wreck shit, it's just tempting to be like, I'm sick of fighting this ball. So
well, if you're just that intrigued in the story too, I mean, why not?
Yeah. I mean, the story it's kind of a weird Final Fantasy game too, because like the story goes all over the place and there's so many characters.
There's a lot of characters.
You're like, it's kind of like you're just kind of like jumping back and forth and you're swapping out party members. And like, it seems like rarely, like I just got to kind of a point where I have a boat, I have all my party members together, and now I can finally swap in and swap out whoever I want, where for like half the game, I think I'm on like the equivalent of disc 3 since there are no discs for the version I have. But half the game, you pretty much kind of just like whoever they put you with for this given story part of the game. But I don't know. It's not too bad. I want to try to finish it before Friday, if I can. Yeah. So if it looks like I'm not going to be able to finish it before Friday, I might just turn on Battle Assistance and just blast through everything.
I mean, literally, I would have done that just to get a speed mode, like a speed run in, just because I wanted to see how fast I could beat it. Like that's.
It wouldn't even matter who you're fighting. Like it wouldn't even matter if you leveled up. You just be wrecking everything.
And I like that game a lot, but I would just do it for the simple fact of being like, I beat this game in an hour or whatever it would be.
I don't think you could beat it in an hour.
Right, but it'd just be like, I fucking ruined this game. This game is my bitch.
Yes, it pretty much plays itself at that point.
Final Fantasy 999.
Yeah, 999 over 2 days. Right,
right. With a picture of Hitler on the game box, right?
9999 score in a fortnight ago.
Yeah, a fortnight.
Yeah.
How many games you played? Jesus.
I also got Star Ocean as part of that sale, and I don't really talk about that. I didn't play that much. I tried out Fable Anniversary and Crackdown because they both got that 4K patch on Xbox One X. I had some issues transferring my Crackdown save, and I just found out that the reason why was because it doesn't tell you this either. Like it was like it knows there's a title update for Crackdown, and because there's a title update, it won't let me put my save in the cloud. So I had to put the Crackdown disc in, boot it up, download the update, and then all of a sudden now it let me put my save in the cloud, and then I could pick up where I left off on my 360 on Xbox One. And it looks fine. I hate that game. I hate that game so much.
I like that you just want to see the 4K, but you hate the game. So it's like, I must do it, but I hate it.
I played it yesterday. Well, I guess today. Because I couldn't. No, it was the other day. It was Sunday night, or technically Monday morning. I was playing it at like 4 in the morning. But yeah, I hate that game so much. I don't plan on getting Crackdown 3. And supposedly Crackdown 2 is worse than Crackdown, so I don't. I at one point considered just buying it so I would have all 3 games, but I can't do it. I got Crackdown for free, so that's the only reason why I have it. I barely played any Gravity Rush 2, so I don't really talk about that. I barely played any of Radiant Historia, but that game actually seems really cool. So I just don't know if I'll have time to play it. I'm guessing neither of you guys played that on the DS when it came out the first time.
No.
It seems really cool. Tried going through the Walking Dead collection again, but it is like maybe I should just. You can pick whichever one you want to play. So I probably should have just started with the stuff I haven't played.
Would you start with the first one?
Yeah, and it is so hard to go through that again. Like I just want it to be over. And then like you had those episodes take at least an hour or 2.
They're probably 90 minutes to 2 hours at least.
Even if you're just like going through it as quick as you can.
Even if you're just pressing up and down or X a bunch, it doesn't matter.
But I still have some stupid urge to go and do everything, even though I just want it to be over. So I kind of stopped playing those. So it's probably going to take me forever to get to the stuff that I haven't played. It looks nice. It looks fine. They redid some stuff, redid some art. So it looks okay. The last thing I have is I bought the first Assassin's Creed Origins DLC, and I think I've only played like a third of it, if that. Supposedly it's not very long story-wise, but they have a bunch of extra shit you can do, which I was planning on doing. It looks fine. It just so far the story stuff doesn't seem that great. Supposedly the new one that they just came out with has some really crazy, weird story stuff that goes to like the Egyptian mythology and gods and all that stuff, which is a little more bizarre than usual for Assassin's Creed. Usually it doesn't treat any of that stuff as real. So
I was gonna say, isn't that the one that had like the weird like museum mode where like you can like walk through and it tells you like all about the history of it?
Maybe. I think that was just I think that got put into just the main game. Like,
is that
I think that might have been like a free update.
Yeah, that might have been what it was.
But yeah, I mean it still looks really good. It still plays really well. It's just I've been doing so much shit that I don't know if I'll get back to it. I want to buy the new DLC too, but games are starting to come out.
Sometimes you just gotta let games fall through the cracks, bro.
Sometimes you just gotta play The Walking Dead all over again.
Sometimes you just don't need to ever play games you know you don't like, even if they're in 4K. Just don't even try it.
But what if they put Haze in 4K?
I'm gonna tell you now, just don't do it.
What if they put Lair in 4K?
That is okay.
I hope both of those get Xbox One X enhanced. It'd be interesting.
I put Lair in. I put Lair in and did play some of it, but I didn't put it on this list.
You didn't put it in. You put it in your Xbox One X.
Yeah, I did. No, I put it in my PS3. Man, Lair does not hold up. I don't know if that surprises you guys.
I'm not surprised. It didn't hold up when it came out.
Nobody was holding it up.
I bought that at Walmart for like $30, and I feel like that's too much. I feel like that's too much.
Some days I want to ask you how much money you spend on games, especially games you don't like, but then I just shake my head.
Oh, it depends. Like I spent like $11 on Never Dead. So
I mean, you got a review. You wrote a review about it though, so I mean that's worth it.
$1
you could
for each point I gave it.
Yeah.
You could. That's a tax write-off right there.
Yeah. It's a donation. You made a donation to yourself.
Yeah. My tax lady was like, "You need to take $11 off."
Give me my $11 back.
I'll send her the link to that review.
Yeah. It was work. It was all for work.
Oh, that was like my shortest review ever.
Yeah.
Too. There's 2 words, I think. No,
yep.
3 words. 3 words, I think. Well, one was contraction. So does that count as 4 words?
No, I'd call it 3 words.
The review that killed all reviews on our website.
Ruined the entire website.
Man, I got so many other ones that I can do. I have 2 prototype games, and I think I hate prototype.
Yeah, I mean, Infamous is a good game though.
I do like Infamous. I don't like the second one, but I like the first one.
Speaking of all these things, how about we surmise some scores?
Is it that time again? Is it that time finally?
I don't have that music on my new phone though. So
but I do. What's your new phone look like, Ralph? I haven't even seen your new phone.
It's big black.
Oh man, big and black like me.
To be fair, though, I won't know if I don't like the game until I play
it. That phone is bigger than you.
Yeah, it is. Look, it's bigger. Look, it's you.
Oh, well, don't do that. You're going to break your screen. Oh, boy, put that thing away.
It's a Galaxy J7, which is like the bitch version of a real Galaxy.
Whatever.
I don't know. Whatever seems fine.
Well, as long as it doesn't blow up.
Yeah, I don't know if it has enough in it to blow up. Maybe unless that bomb chicken gets over here.
Oh, you don't want a chicken in your phone.
Oh, I want some big chicken in there.
Salmonella next to your face.
It's probably there anyway. On the phone.
Just some Selma chicken. Can I get some Selma chicken?
I don't know if you guys remember, but we used to surmise scores for games. We used to try to guess what Metacritic score was going to be before the game came out.
Wow.
Yeah. I think we stopped because Derek was winning all of them.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, he won 2 out of the last 4. So yeah he was on
a hot streak.
Yeah.
They call that the guy with the hot hand. Toss that to me at March.
He was the UMBC of surmising score.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
So the last time we surmised some hot jams.
Yeah.
I guess it's out now. Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Oh man, we already had that game of the year list and all that.
Someone already put like 140 hours into that.
Yes, right.
I actually played some of that too in that time period that we didn't have a podcast. I just didn't put it on the list.
Yeah, I checked your time one day. Recently, actually.
I need Cosmos. I can't get Cosmos somehow. If you brick your so let's say I brick my Switch, I can't get that save.
Yeah, your saves are gone.
It's stuck on that Switch.
Seems like a flaw.
Yeah. So, but people think that Nintendo's going to fix that issue before the end of the year. Hopefully they do.
I would hope they get cloud saves out pretty quick.
Yeah, either cloud saves or letting you finally take your save off and put it on something else.
Don't be putting your Switch on a third-party dock, because I heard one of those could brick your system.
Which is weird. Like, why do people get third-party docks for that?
I saw a third-party projector dock the other day that I thought was kind of cool.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Yeah, you docked it to it was like $300 or $400 or something like that. But I mean, considering it literally projects out what it's doing, I mean that's
after you put it on that dock, you're gonna have to spend $300 to get a new Switch.
It's worth it to try.
I guess.
Okay, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Let's see.
I couldn't even tell you what I put for any of these.
The
suspense is real.
140 out of 100.
Yep.
I'm guessing this Metascore still holds up. I didn't check.
It probably doesn't.
Because I'd actually I did this earlier. Never mind. I didn't know when I put these scores in. It holds up. I got an 83. 83 out of 100.
Okay, that's lower than I expected.
So coming in dead last with a guess of 92 was Derek.
God damn it. Always me. I'm always coming last.
Not recently.
No, not for a long time.
Nobody has recently. Coming in dead second with a guess of 90 was Ralph.
Oh,
what the hell?
Nailing it.
The high score on this.
Nailing it with a guess of 87.
Therefore, already putting 300 hours into it.
Yeah, he already pre-ordered it. Ryan,
sure I did.
You get to add a bad game to our bad game list.
Oh, well, luckily, I have played some bad games in between then and now. So we could put Haze on that list. Okay. I wanted to avoid putting Haze on the list, but the way that game ended, fuck that game.
Haze, okay. I was just reminded that Battlefront 2 is on that list.
Oh my god.
Okay. Next up, we've got Okami HD. This would have been the PS4 version, I believe. It had the most reviews as of this time.
As of today.
As of at least 3
wait
months
for the
after
Switch version or no?
Yeah, we should just hold on. No. Got an 87. So coming in dead last with a guess of 90 was Ryan.
Oh,
this was hotly contested.
Yeah, you guys must have been. Is this one of the ones where we sandwiched somebody and somebody guessed 89?
We did. Yep. Coming in a distant second with a guess of 89 was Derek.
Oh, yes.
And not nailing it, but almost with a guess of 88 was me.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a real good game on here on this bad list. This game is called Action Girls Racing on the Wii.
What is that?
Oh, goodness. You should look it up sometime.
I'm going to look it up now.
I bought it for Grim Cracker as a joke one time, but I played it before I gave it to him because it was open.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, it's even Girls with a Z?
Girls with a Z. It is like stereotypical.
This is amazing.
Like the Brats.
Black chick. Oh man, it's a black chick with a fucking afro and her name's Letitia.
Yeah, it's real rough. Man. It's like motion control.
An Asian girl with her name's Akiko.
She have glasses.
Awesome. No.
She's probably smart though.
There's this a skater chick with blue highlights in her hair named Courtney.
She wearing a tie.
She isn't wearing a tie. Oh man, the graphics in this are awful.
It's real bad.
Man, it doesn't even look like the Mii's look better than this.
Did they get Nidus in there? Scare Rice's dog in there? Or no?
This is a Garfield game. Looks like a Garfield game.
Have you seen Jeff playing that Garfield game?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because it looks like that Garfield game.
It could have been a Garfield game at one time.
Oh boy, that's bad.
Yeah, that's a bad game. Also, speaking of a bad game, Hello Neighbor.
Oh man, we saw that game.
We saw that at PAX. It's got a 38.
Wow.
What? Are you serious? The game actually looked interesting.
It's supposed to be real rough.
It looked real hard, so I'm not surprised that it get such a high score. But
it's so low, though.
Yeah, it is really low. So we were really close.
Yeah.
Coming in dead last with a guess of 79 was Derek.
Like a reverse night in the woods.
Yeah. Coming in a hot second with a guess of 75 was Ryan. And nailing it with a guess of 72.
Therefore buying it
was Ralph.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, I got another good one for you. Another bad game that I have played and finished.
Oh, boy.
Bad Boys Miami Takedown.
I think is that what game? Where'd that come out on?
I played it on PS2. It may have been on GameCube and Xbox also. I'm not sure.
I think I played that game also, and it was. Oh man, what is this?
It's real bad, but it was kind of hilarious. I don't know. I don't remember like.
Do they have any real voices or no?
I mean, they had a lot of voices, but wasn't the real people. They like would not shut up. Like, I mean, I don't remember hating my time with it, but it is a terrible game. It's poorly made.
Did the character look like Will Smith?
Kind of.
In this screenshot, it kind of looks like they threw a fake Will Smith face on this character, but it's not great.
They put Will Smith in Resident Evil 2. It wasn't called Will
shit.
Smith.
What is this 25 to Life game? I remember this game.
Yeah, I never played that, but it looked like a GTA.
Yeah, I feel like I played that game.
If I had finished State of Emergency, it would be on this list, but I never finished
No, you don't have to finish it. That game's bad. I've only played that game for like an hour, and I would put it on this list.
It had I'm
about to
worse sequel.
I don't know if it's on here. Is Mighty Number 9 on this list? Because that's what I want to put on this list.
It should be.
Well,
I feel like
neither of you guys finished it.
I feel like you put it on there.
I might have. Wait, that's the good games. Bad games. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah, that's a bad game.
We should determine the best of the worst.
We will. That'll be the last place.
No, Mighty Number 9. There you go.
You better save that.
I just did.
Or else I'll use it. Okay, that's all we surmised last time, believe it or not. But we have a lot to surmise this time, and some actually decent looking stuff here.
All right.
Are you gonna try Sea of Thieves?
Sea of Thieves, yep. Has no reviews yet, last I looked.
I want to play it, but I don't have an Xbox.
No, I'm not gonna try it. Sorry.
I have like a free trial for Game Pass, so I could try it that way.
I mean, I guess I would play it, but I feel like it would only be fun playing with people you knew.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves. So let's see. Derek didn't win at all this time.
Yep.
Derek, Sea of Thieves. What do you got?
I'm gonna go with an 80. Man, 84 is what the first thing that popped in my head is. So 84.
84. Ryan, what do you got?
All right. My first thing that popped in my head was similar, so I'm just gonna stick with it. 83.
I thought you were gonna say 84.
No, it was 83. So
the last thing that popped in my head was 2. So I'll go with Sandwich. I need a sound effect for that. Ryan got sandwich.
Not getting good either.
No, it's not.
Splat.
Not rating. Guillermo del Toro have anything to do with that at all?
He didn't direct it. I don't know what it was. I didn't even really care for the first Pacific Rim. I don't know why. Yeah. But whatever. MLB The Show 18. Ryan.
What are the Royals going to be like in that game?
Probably middle of the road to bottom of the barrel.
Sports games are so hard because they're usually like the ones like this are usually decent, but I feel like they still don't get reviewed that well. Madden won Game of the Year one time at the whatever the one that Jeff Keighley owns, that game of that award show. I don't know if you guys remember that.
No.
I'm gonna say 86.
86 for Ryan. I'm gonna say 88.
Damn it,
Derek.
Oh man, I'm gonna
sandwiched.
I'm gonna sandwich myself and go 87. I was really gonna go 88, then you said it, so I'm gonna go 87.
Self sandwich.
The best kind of sandwich.
Detective Pikachu.
Oh man, what is that game?
I don't know, and I've watched gameplay of it. But it looks hilarious because Pikachu talks.
Does he say more than Pikachu?
Yeah, he's got like a gruff voice and he loves coffee. It's fucking weird. You should watch like a trailer for it. I don't know. It's probably terrible.
Is it just going to be like Professor Layton, but Detective Pikachu?
Probably. It looked kind of like a point and click game.
Yeah, I if he was like investigating some like brutal murders of Pokemon.
It might be. I don't know. I'm gonna go like a 72.
He's the origami killer in Heavy Rain.
That'd be all right. People wanted Danny DeVito to voice Detective Pikachu.
I would buy that if he was the.
It sounds kind of like him, I guess. It's kind of gruff sounding. I don't know. Derek, Detective Pikachu. Man.
This trailer doesn't make me confident that it's going to get higher than what you just gave it. Would you say a 75?
72.
Okay, I'm going to go. People like Pikachu. I'm going to go 77.
There's a giant amiibo you can get for it.
I'm going to say. I was going to do 7. I'll just do 79. That's what I was going to do.
79.
I'm not going to. I'll give room for the tie if it gets a 78.
Okay. A Way Out.
That's today?
No,
today?
Friday.
Derek.
Yeah. I'm going to go. I think this game is going to get a pretty good shakedown. A Mr. Shakedown, that is.
Miami.
There's going to be some male nudity shakedown in that game.
I'm gonna go kind of high. I'm gonna go with a 91.
Okay,
91 dong hangs.
Yeah,
in A Way Out.
91 big dongers.
I'm writing dong hangs beside it. Okay. Ryan.
I think 83.
83. I'll go 86. I guess. I don't even remember when this comes out, but there might be reviews by the next time we do a podcast. Far Cry 5. Next week?
It comes out next week on Tuesday.
Okay. So, yeah, there should be reviews by then, by next time we do one. Far Cry 5. Ryan.
88.
88. I'll say 85.
I guess it does have the microtransaction stuff that might make people feel negative.
Derek, you going for 0? Or 5?
For Far Cry 5, you said 85, would you say? Or you haven't went yet?
I said 88.
88 and 85.
Okay. Man, I wonder if people are going to give this a bad review. Not a bad review, but I think people are going to be a little disappointed in this only because that first show that came out seemed kind of different, right? It seemed like they were going to go places they haven't, and then everything afterwards has been very normal, hijinksy, Far Cry-ishness. So I'm going to go with an 80, which isn't a bad review, but I think that might – I think people set themselves up for this game to be something more than it is, and I don't think they're going to deliver on that, but I still think they're going to deliver a fun game.
Yeah, they may be saving their crazy shit, though.
Yeah, I'm just not sure.
Well, Well, there's been crazy shit in all of them.
Not Primal.
Oh yeah, there was that one. There was a crazy person in that game. I don't remember his name, but
I keep wanting to say Turkey. That's not it.
no.
Something close to that.
Yeah, he had a goofy name.
It was Turducken.
Possibly. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still on the fence about whether I should get Far Cry 5, and maybe I'll just.
I kind of want to wait for it to drop because those games seem to drop pretty quick. But I also kind of want to play a new game. But I've got so many games, so I'm good.
I think I've liked every Far Cry except the first one, and I only sort of like the second one. So everyone since 3 I've liked. So I'm getting it for sure.
Okay. I've thought about getting Ni no Kuni also, but
yeah, I have to finish Ni no Kuni over the weekend. I don't know if it's possible.
I wouldn't mind playing Wrath of the White Bitch first, but I know it's not gonna happen.
It's a long one. It's probably longer than the one that's coming out on Friday.
Yeah, I heard this one's like
it's like 40-ish, I think.
I thought somebody said 20. No, maybe it was 30. I thought I read something.
Yeah, probably around 30, but I did a bunch of extra stuff in the first one. I don't know if I will in this one. I'm really looking forward to it too because I know it's going to look amazing. Like it's going to like just graphics wise, it's going to look really cool.
Right.
Yeah, I watched some gameplay of it recently, and it looks pretty cool.
The anime cutscenes are probably going to look really awesome too.
But that's all the surmisal I've got.
All right. So look forward to that, and I don't really have much else. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, we'll have another show next quarter.
Yeah, we'll give you your quarterly update after March.
We're not quite yearly like MLB The Show.
Right.
True.
We're not quite worth that much.
Could we have like a special segment where like for too late to do like games we're looking forward to this year? Like
probably
top 5 we're looking forward to the rest of the year. I don't know.
Still a shitload of games that are coming out.
Yeah.
So we really haven't missed too much. It started off kind of slow this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kirby's probably the first real 2018 game I've played so far.
I only have one game that I count as 2018, and it's Lost Sphere so far. I don't count Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, I guess I could count Oster the Insult Simulator. But
you haven't played it very much, though.
Yeah, I feel like I've played it for several hours, and it says played for a little while.
Yeah, so I don't know when it registers.
I've finished it with every character but 2, and there's like 10.
Did you start playing it in that time period where you didn't have the internet? Maybe that caused some problems.
I don't know. I think it was still keeping track because I played something else. I mean, I played Xenoblade when I didn't have the internet, so I think it kept track of that.
Yeah, so you played like 30 hours of that.
Yeah.
Which is a lot, and you probably only like a third of the way through it.
Yeah. It was a frustrating thing to think about.
Yeah,
I don't know. So you're getting Far Cry next week, and
Ni no Kuni Friday. Yeah.
You're not getting a Way Out, are you?
No, I would have got Assassin's Creed Rogue remastered, but they didn't do a physical for North America. They did it in Europe and Australia.
Region free.
Yeah, but it costs more in those other areas.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to see the reviews for a Way Out first before I'd like to play it, but I'd like to play it local co-op, and I don't know.
They had Burnout Remastered on sale for $30. I should have seen if I could still get the Prime discount on that. But
yeah, I don't know. Burnout Paradise has pissed me off, and I know I'm like the only one who feels that way. But it's not the same. Not the same as the old Burnouts.
You can still smash cars. Can you still do like chain things where if you get an accident and cause like a chain reaction? Or is that not in Burnout Paradise?
I think it is. But I mean, like, I don't like an open world Burnout game. I don't like open world racing games most of the time.
But what if you could drive a DeLorean?
Okay, we're closer.
I think you can drive a DeLorean in Burnout Paradise. I think that was one of the DLC.
What about DeLorean motorcycle?
What does that even look like?
I don't know.
Did they ever make a motorcycle? I thought they only made that one car.
It's just a giant Mr. Fusion on the back of it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
If you were RoboCop driving a DeLorean,
I'd be into that. I'd be into that. I am into that, actually. I'm making that game right now.
Oh man,
how many car doors do you think were scratched because of somebody trying to get out of a DeLorean?
All of
them. I feel like that takes up more space than opening the car doors regularly. So it seems like it's almost guaranteed scratch.
Since I got the internet again, I rediscovered this old show I watched when I was a kid. I didn't see it very much. It's called Video Power.
What is that?
I would recommend looking it up if we want a real dumb time.
Okay.
It started off as the first season of it was like a cartoon that involved characters from all Acclaim games, which is hilarious. I didn't really realize it at the time. But
like original Acclaim games or licensed Acclaim?
Original, I guess. It was like someone from Narc and someone from Arch Rivals basketball game, and Quirk, which was a baseball game, and Bigfoot, the monster truck. I guess that's licensed.
Narc game was pretty weird.
And someone else. So someone from Wizards and Warriors, which is bizarre. And then like the last part of the show is live action with this guy talking about like game tips. The second season is like a game show, and which is weird. There's no cartoon anymore. And he pulls people out of the crowd and they like competitively play games. Like I watched 4 kids play Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, the other day. And basically whoever wins gets to run through. They put on this vest and they run through this maze that's all these Nintendo games Velcroed to walls.
What the fuck is this?
Pull them off and stick them to you. And then you have so many seconds to do this. You stick them all to you all over, even on your head. And then once time's up, you go through this tube and you slide down, and whatever you have on you, you win.
I feel like I've seen this. I feel like I've seen that. That sounds very familiar.
Video Power. It's got a real good theme song where it sounds like Vanilla Ice, but it's not quite.
So they just have clips of this on YouTube?
They have whole episodes.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that. People like sticking stuff to themselves and sliding down a tube.
I think there's a video of Angry Video Game Nerd, like him talking about it when he wasn't, well, just whatever he does when he's not the nerd. What's his name? James or something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
James and Mike Mondays.
Yeah.
Have you seen those?
Yeah, I've seen some of them, but Video Power, it's a hot jam. That's my tip of the week.
Were you playing with power?
I felt like it. I was also watching Game Pro TV, which I didn't even know that was a thing, but it was.
I only have one tip this week, and it's the tip.
Level up.
I'm gonna go give just to my bedroom.
Touching toilet water.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh,
by an angel.
Yeah, I like that.
Wait, that's the porcelain. Never mind.
No.
All right. Well, shall we wrap it up?
If you want to be safe, you should.
Yeah.
Well, I've not been safe for a while now, so I'm not sure that I can change that, but we'll see.
All right. What up?
We'll be back next week. Yeah, I think most likely.
As long as a rodent doesn't eat my internet.
Yeah, as long as you don't think it's a whip and start beating people.
I might. I just might.
All right. Yeah. For Ryan, for Ralph, I'm Derek. Bye forever.
See you next quarter.